What's going on, Awesome Army? My name's Dave. Welcome to another exciting episode of Crypto Awesome, where crypto is simplified and awesomeness is amplified. And I just wanted to, we're going live today. Actually, Steve Defi is going to be joining us here shortly. But we are 28 minutes out. If you look here, we are 28 minutes out from mint cycle number 2 on AwesomeX. And we have a new button here. If you guys want to check this out, we have a new button and it's called Launchpad. So hopefully you guys are doing amazing. It's really great to be here. I was filming on set last night till about, we did our one of our first stunts where someone gets pushed out of the road in front of a car. And that was at night and it was really cold out. I was wearing flip-flops and my toes were cold, but I didn't want to put any shoes on. And everybody was giving me, they were joking around about me doing that. But I didn't even get back till about 3 in the morning. And so actually I'm operating on a little bit more sleep now than I was a couple of days ago. So at some point I'm gonna get 8 hours of sleep, but it's not today. Anyways, it's really great to be on stream with you guys. I would be doing my driving video right now when I'm driving a set, but instead I'm streaming with you because Steve Defi is going to be on and we're going to be talking about AwesomeV. AwesomeV is going to rock, guys. It's going to actually literally rock. It's going to rock your socks off. Let me actually show you. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to show you a little bit of the art that we're working on because it's we're doing bodybuilding rock star dragons actually, because AwesomeV is going to be a rock star on AwesomeX. In fact, we're going to be using an input token. And I think this stream that we're going to be talking to Steve Defi, we're going to have some good alpha. But next week, you're going to get to see, I think we might even be able to have a UI, potentially a UI reveal for AwesomeV. So that'll be super sick. I can't wait to do that. But, one day at a time, right? However, we're time traveling. So one day in crypto is like a month in the real world. Like Friday to Fridays are like these massive spans of time for some reason. But guys, it is mint cycle number 2 today, and I think we're gonna kill it. In fact, let's just see where we're at right now. Let's just look at these stats. Let's look at the burn here really quick. So from the first one, we have $891,000 still in the burn balance. But today we're going to be burning $131,000, which is basically we're going to be burning almost 100 billion Titan X today, guys. This is insane. So right now there's 2 cycles that bounced up together. So there's basically a decent reward. We're going to be burning $1,199 on this burn. So we're going to be getting to the point where we're burning about we're going to be burning about $5,000 an hour today for AwesomeX. Yeah, $5,000 an hour because it's $131,000 within a 24-hour period. And that's going to happen tomorrow also. So these massive buy and burns, guys, are really very interesting. Now check this out. We've already burned 11.81% of the supply, and it's only been just over 5 days. So we've already burned almost 12% of the entire supply of AwesomeX, and it's only been 12 days. Or no, it's only been 5 days. My brain is a little bit slow right now. It's only been 5 days since we've been burning. So anyways, guys, this is crazy. Total AwesomeX minted. So here's the AwesomeX price right now. And actually it was a really good day yesterday for AwesomeX. Total AwesomeX minted is $1.8 million right now worth at this price, which is pretty amazing, in fact. Now, I think there might be some UI issues because we have actually some more money in the treasury than this number is showing. And we also have more money in the launchpad than this number is showing. So this number might be bigger, but even if it's not, we've already burned 213,000. I think this UI needs to get updated. So I'll be working on that with the devs. Here's the awesome page with the awesome memes for you guys. There's little cool stories if you haven't read them yet. They're kind of fun. But check out this new tab here. It's called Launchpad. Launchpad, guys. There's 8 more days, okay? Build on AwesomeX Launchpad. Submit your white paper here. Now, all you got to do is you got to put in your X handle, put in your email and your Gitbook or your Google Sheets link here. I added Google Sheets only because, maybe some people don't want to do a Gitbook. We actually have gotten a few submissions already. So definitely fill this information out. It's just really simple, and then hit submit. This deadline is October 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And down here, you can get to these links. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another link up here on the top that just says back to the homepage. But this is what we got, guys. The Launchpad is a massive innovation. Very excited about this Launchpad. This Launchpad is going to be something that will fuel much innovation. So very excited about that. What do you guys think? Give me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I know Jake's streaming right now. I just found out about that. I didn't even know, but I got my 5 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep or whatever I got. And I have my alarm set for this stream. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it because we got Steve coming on, guys. Steve Defi is going to be talking about AwesomeV. And I really wanted to give you guys this alpha because it's really important that you guys know what's going on. So if you don't have your Titan X stacked right now, go to whatever wallet it is, get it ready because the mint cycle starts in like, let me see when it starts, like 20 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes. We got the second cycle. And this is the best you're going to be getting. See, so last cycle, it was 2.8 to 1. You can check down here. One Titan X is 2.8 to 1. Well, now it's gonna move to 2.72 to 1. So it's still going to be a fantastic ratio. Last cycle, we got 1.1 trillion Titan X deposited into AwesomeX. That's why we have a burn balance right now that's still almost $1 million. It was actually over $1 million, $1.2 million there for a while, but we were burning. We're burning a lot. And so it's using that balance. And so we have the weekly mints, just like Inferno, with a 2.8% price floor increase every single week. So you're never, ever going to be able to get 2.72 to 1 ever again after today. So you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that you join. And people are asking, hey, should I buy off market? Should I mint? Well, right now you definitely should mint. Not only because you can actually get an ROI, and it looks like some people are selling right now, but hey, guys, this is more than just this ROI. The ROI is part of this, but the ROI, we had a 21% ROI yesterday, but the ROI is part of this. The biggest part is being able to stack a new input token for the ecosystem. That's literally the biggest part because Titan X is about to get really, really scarce and really, really expensive. And if you stack a new input token, now you're going to actually have something to be able to participate in protocols with. And with this epic ratio, this will perform, maybe, I mean, not financial advice, obviously but this was designed to perform with a 70% buy and burn with the 12% going to the Dragon X vault being paired with Dragon X. Like, this is designed to burn. This is designed to be paired with hyperdeflationary assets. This is a hyperdeflationary asset that's going to be paired with hyperdeflationary assets on Titan X. And so as we give more, as we participate more as the protocol into Dragon X Vault with the 12% going to the vault, that is going to get a bigger payout for Dragon X. And when Dragon X gets a bigger payout on day 369, that is going to be a big catalyst. That's one of the reasons we wanted to contribute to the Dragon X Vault heavily, because we want to be able to bloat the vault so they can get a bigger payout. So then when that payout recycles through Titan X, it lifts all the ships. That's really the point. Well, part of the point. The 70% buy and burn too. But see, the buy and burn even routes through Dragon X before it burns. So it Titan X to AwesomeX to Dragon X burn. So that actually adds additional buy pressure on top of Dragon X, which is good for Dragon X. And we have an additional 3.5% direct burn on Dragon X. So this has a really big effect on Dragon X. Now, Dragon X is big. It's big. It's still a bit volatile, but we all are right now. We have a very small number of people in this community. You guys are very, very early, and we're all early here. We all started as community members in this community in Titan X. We all either bought Titan X off the market, or we mined Titan X for however many days, short-term, long-term, whatever. I did long-term miners. I've now claimed all of my Titan X miners, so I don't have any more miners out now, which is kind of like sad because I never get to check my Titan X and there's nothing in there anymore. I claimed all my miners, but mining will become profitable again in Titan X, which is also another reason that we use Titan X to mint. So AwesomeX is paired with Dragon X, but we use Titan X to mint. And here's so let me see if I can go to Deck Screener here. Well, first off, before we go to Deck Screener, a little commercial for TitanXHub.com. If you guys are new, go to TitanXHub.com. This is by Mike Dean. He did a really great job on this. This is basically like the coin market cap for Titan X ecosystem. And when you check this out, you can see this is Titan X at the top here. And then we have Dragon X, which is AwesomeX is built on Dragon X. You can see market cap, you can see volume, you can see liquidity, you can see how much is been burned or staked. And you look at this, Titan X tokens are permanently burned or staked, never to circulate again. So this is how much Titan X has been taken off the market. And these numbers over here is actually a ranking system. So it's kind of like a scoreboard in a way. And this is the score that it's looking at, is the burned and the staked. So as we burn or stake more Titan X as a protocol, when I say we, I mean each protocol, we will rise the ranks. And look right now, AwesomeX, after only 24 hours, the first 24 hours, we bumped up to number 9, because now we've already burned, locked, or staked 120. Well, we don't stake. There's no staking in AwesomeX, but we have burned or locked off the market in 128. And actually, it's more than that. So I'm not sure exactly how this number's pulling, but when we go back to the website, let's go back to AwesomeX, go to burn. The burn balance is 641 billion. This is actually how much we've taken off the market, plus what we've already burnt. And what we've already burnt is, see if I can see that in stats, 11.8%. Total AwesomeX burned is 372 billion. Guys, so literally we've burned almost 1 trillion Titan X. So we are going to be rising these ranks. When those numbers actually calculate, we're going to be bumping up here between 6 and 5, because we've definitely burned so this is probably what we've actually burned. This is not what's locked in the liquidity pool or in the burn wallet, I guess. But once it's in the burn wallet, it's never coming out. So as we burn this over time, we will raise the ranks. But we basically have 1 trillion Titan X on the market. So we are contributing to the scarcity of Titan X. And how do we actually contribute to that scarcity? That Titan X buys and burns AwesomeX through a Dragon X pathway. So pretty revolutionary what we have going on here, guys. Pretty revolutionary. But we're raising the ranks. So we are now, I mean, we're in the green here today. Yesterday we had a really good day. We just had Alien X launch yesterday. That was pretty awesome. I think they're still in their mint period. That's pretty cool. Maybe. I think so. Man, I had such a long day yesterday. I was literally completely out of it. It was a long day with the stunts and stuff like that. So I really like to stay up on this stuff. But man, I did get my Ouroboros. I got my element. I haven't gotten into farms yet. I have to learn more about it. I need to, though. That's going to be massive. I had my baby Dragon X, but I had faded that early on. I don't want to fade that anymore. However, we got Scale coming, and these are the projects down here. Oh my gosh. Yes, see Scale's here now. Scale is going to be adding liquidity for AwesomeX. We just got Phoenix added, which I did have a video where I was mentioning that I'm going to be building Phoenix on Hyper, but I didn't realize Callum was building Phoenix. So Callum, if you're watching this, and you're not watching this because you're doing your own stream right now with Jake, but But anyways, so I did change the name of Phoenix even before I knew you were doing Phoenix. So anyways, we're not Phoenix is not necessarily building on AwesomeX, but look into it. But I do want to hear more about Phoenix, so we'll see. The white paper link is not here yet, but I think we need to get like 288 people in their Telegram. So give their Telegram a follow right here. And then once that, I think they're going to drop the white paper. But it sounds pretty cool. It's going to burn a lot of Titan X. It says it's going to burn 4 tokens. So we'll see what Phoenix is all about here soon. We got Scale, we got Viper, and then we got the Wheel. The Wheel is Volt's wheel. And one of the pillars of the wheel, which is what we're going to be talking about today with Steve Defi, is AwesomeV, built on AwesomeX. AwesomeV is built on AwesomeX. Okay, so what did we do? We built Inferno on Dragon X. We built Inferno on Dragon X. And now, when you look at those monthly charts, let's look at the monthlies here real quick. How you guys doing, by the way? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so let's look at Inferno's monthly. Inferno Titan X right here. We're going to move this to the monthly. I mean, goodness gracious, seriously? This is Inferno's monthly chart. Guys, just sick, just gorgeous, just beautiful, like crazy good. And then when you pair Dragon X next to it, so let's go here. Dragon X monthly. All right, let's find Dragon X here. Yep. Dragon X Titan X. And we're going to go back up here to the monthly. You guys see the screen? Yeah, good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just insane, guys. Look at that freaking cup and handle. That's a nice tall glass of green coffee. So this is the monthly chart of Dragon X. This is the monthly chart of Inferno. Inferno didn't even have the left half of the cup. But so AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X. AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X. AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X. That's what AwesomeX is. We actually used Inferno's mechanics and code and devs. And we changed the parameters to add some innovation, make it a little bit more protected against the MEV bots. We are bulletproof against MEV. Inferno had some stuff because they launched a fully decentralized buy and burn. Now, we are bulletproof against MEVs, which is super cool. But so we are Inferno built on Dragon X, guys. Look at those two charts. When you're going to mash something up, why not mash up the two most powerful protocols in the ecosystem? And then look at this. Now we're going to go and look at the Volt chart. So Volt Titan X. So, okay, what is AwesomeV? And this is the monthly too, okay? Let's just go to the weekly on Volt because Volt hasn't been around as long. So, okay. So we got AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X, and AwesomeV is Volt built on AwesomeX. So basically, AwesomeV is Volt built on Inferno built on Dragon X. I don't know. This is the Matrix, guys. I'm trying to wrap your head around this. This is like so bullish. And AwesomeV will be using AwesomeX as an input token. This is why, not just AwesomeV, we actually have 7 protocols already that are coming soon to AwesomeX. One is a hybrid NFT that's coming pretty close. We also have Scale building on top of AwesomeX. E280 already built on top of AwesomeX. The day after we launched, they even front-runned our buy and burn because they were burning AwesomeX before we were burning AwesomeX because we waited 24 hours after the first claim. So we were in mint cycle 2 of AwesomeX today in 9 minutes For 24 hours, you are going to get an opportunity to get 2.7 AwesomeX for 1 Titan X. This is not happening in any other protocol right now. You get, if you mint with your Titan X, you get 1-to-1. You get 1 protocol token for 1 Titan X. That's how it is. And then every week you get less and less and less, which is fine. Those are great. Those protocols are great. But those protocols are not meant to be input tokens. That's the point of AwesomeX and the AwesomeX Universe, is that why are we giving such a big reward right now? Because it's about to go down. In fact, it's a long-term protocol. This is what AwesomeX is. AwesomeX is a long-term protocol. It's going to be around forever. And for the first 12 weeks of minting, you're going to get better than 2-to-1 for your Titan X for 12 weeks. So we're actually giving everybody an opportunity to stack their AwesomeX. That's what we're doing. And if you really want a good ratio, get in like early. In fact, nobody is ever going to get 2.8-to-1 ever again. 2.8-to-1 was only last week. That was it. Moving forward, you're never going to get that again. Today, it's 2.8% more expensive than it was last week. And every single week, it's going to be 2.8% more expensive than it was the week before. So we're going to be dropping all the way down to 0.08-to-1. This is what I want you guys to wrap your head around. 2.8-to-1 on day 1 to 0.08 AwesomeX to 1 Titan X. It's going to cost you 12 Titan X to mint 1 AwesomeX at the end, when the mint ratio stabilizes. And Titan X is going to be pretty expensive by that time, I think. And guys, this is an experiment, but these experiments are working, in my opinion. I mean, this is not financial advice. This is just me being really excited and really obsessive and like all in on this protocol. So,
Hey,
what's up?
Good to see you, man. I'm just chilling there in the background. Can you? Is this working?
You know what? Yep, kinda. You're kind of choppy a little bit.
Okay, it's
Jan, that's a great name. I love Supra. I don't know what we should definitely do. Supra. We should definitely do like a Lambo X too. I think that'd be a good. And Jan, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So Steve is having some issues with his internet, but he's about to join us here. What is going on? Yes, I got my ORX, by the way. Very excited about that. What's up, Jan? So guys, this is what AwesomeV is. AwesomeV is Volt on AwesomeX, using AwesomeX as the input token. That's why you want to stack your AwesomeX. Does that make sense? And that's just the first. And AwesomeX is going to get really expensive. So Titan X is going to get really expensive, but right now you have opportunity to stack some AwesomeX at a great ratio. It is 2.72-to-1 today. So you're going to want to get in there and just stack as much as you can. And it's way better to mint than it is to buy off market right now. Because really, when you mint, we're benefiting the whole ecosystem, because the mint buying off the market does not contribute to the buy and burn balance. Buying off the market does not contribute to the Dragon X Vault. It doesn't burn Dragon X. It doesn't contribute to the launch pad. These are things that are going to benefit the whole ecosystem. So if you buy off market, go ahead and do that. Do whatever you want. Buy off market, sell, do whatever you want. But there's a reason to stack. There's a reason to stack your AwesomeX, and be patient. Find a wallet. You know, put a wallet where you're not even going to touch anything for a while. Just leave it. But AwesomeV is actually coming pretty soon, so you're going to have to use your AwesomeX at some point to participate in AwesomeV. So, yeah, this is really just exciting to me, guys, because we are on the precipice of something great, and we're early. If you're hearing this video, if you are one of the 75 people on this stream, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining. You're early. You're really early. We're at the base of a mountain, in my opinion. I think we're at the base of a mountain. When I'm looking at cycles, when I'm looking at everything, We are in the right place at the right time, more than we've ever been in the, well, maybe not you, but more than I have ever been in the past. So let's see if we can get Steve back on here. Hey.
Hey, is it working okay?
I can see you. I can hear you. You might be a little choppy, but you can start talking and see.
Brilliant. It's brilliant to see you. Thanks for being on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this internet. I'm having this is odd.
I'm hearing you. You just may be a little choppy. You look good as always. Good to see you.
It's weird. It is choppy, isn't it? I can see it's choppy. Let me pop back on, and I'll do a different browser.
Cool.
Let me do that.
So yeah, guys, we have. Thank you, Jan. What's up, Jan? It's good to have you here. Carl, good to have you here, guys. Put your comments in the comment section, and we will be answering all your questions and comments. Also join the Telegram. It's at AwesomeX Wins, and oh, that's way better.
Oh yeah, that's working.
Way better.
Yes, man. How you doing, Dave?
Oh, fantastic. How are you doing, Steve?
Oh, brilliant. I've just been listening to you talking. I think I'm choppy again, isn't it? But
nope.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Your mint cycle starts in 3 minutes. The next one.
Mint cycle 2 starts in 3 minutes, and now people actually have a reason to stack their AwesomeX, because that's why we did. Oh, we lost Steve again. Oh no, we didn't. You're there. That was your other thing. So, anyways, there's a reason to stack AwesomeX, and there's a really great ratio right now. It's still 2.72 to 1 this week. Nobody's ever going to get 2.8 to 1 anymore, but every week it gets 2.8% more expensive. And this week it's 2.72 to 1. In fact, the first 12 weeks were greater than a 2 to 1 ratio of Titan X, which is really, as an input token, that's kind of what Titan X did. We help big distribution, fair distribution, and people could stack their Titan X really early on. But unlike Titan X, you don't have to wait to mine it. You get to claim it in 24 hours. So if there's any inflation, it immediately hits the chart. People want to sell, they sell. They don't have to wait 88 days or 280 days to sell. So anyways, one more minute, guys. So, and then you can get minting. But we want to talk about AwesomeV a little bit today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, AwesomeV coming to AwesomeX. It's going to be launched just after Viper with everything at the same time. Yes. And we've been communicating because I wanted to have it done by today, but by next week I'll come on just to show you
That'd be great.
Site. Yeah, absolutely.
So Jan is asking, what will the supply of AwesomeV be? Do you have those mechanics yet?
Yes, it's going to be identical to Viper. So everything you see in Viper is going to be on AwesomeV, and that includes the Nexus buy wheel.
Ooh, and that I haven't heard about yet, I don't think.
Oh, right. So just to answer that question too, the supply of AwesomeV is exactly 1 billion tokens, and it's an 8-day distribution. And
this is 1 billion AwesomeX tokens.
Yeah, AwesomeV. So 1 billion.
Oh, 1 billion AwesomeV tokens.
AwesomeV tokens are available.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh my gosh.
Needed to mint them to auction. AwesomeX is needed to get these.
So AwesomeX is needed. It's an input token to mint AwesomeV, and there will be a cap supply of 1 billion AwesomeV.
Yes,
oh my God.
1 billion AwesomeV. Wow, I should. Do you want me to share my screen so you see the Nexus?
Yeah, can you share yours? Can you share it? Does it allow you to?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So wow.
We're seeing.
Oh right. So this is Viper. So let me give you the docs. I can show you that front end in a second. But so these are the docs. So Viper and then Nexus by wheel all apply to AwesomeV because it's the pillars, the Vault pillars are launched on these 8 protocols of Titan X. And they're distinct from Vault because the input token is the native protocol token, like AwesomeX, DragonX. And what happens is this Nexus by wheel. I've even got a better version.
So Nexus is that's actually, so it's the wheel you've been talking about, but Nexus is something I hadn't heard yet.
Yes, it's the Nexus by wheel. And I made a better chart. I'm just going to pull up here. This is it. If you can see this chart here. So the Nexus here. So where Python, where Viper is, will be AwesomeV, and then this where DragonX is going to be AwesomeX.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So it's going to be. Oh, this is good. This is brand new DeFi innovation. Brand new DeFi innovation. This is really.
This is additional innovation on the Vault. This is new, right?
Exactly. This is brand new additional innovation to Vault, because Vault innovated the auction and distribution in a way. They did a little bit of that. This is innovating the buy and burn. So we have a 3-way lock in a way, and they're all helping each other. You know, AwesomeX is going to help. It's going to be 100%. It's going to be 100% buying Vault. Vault 100% buying AwesomeV. Then AwesomeV is going to be buying AwesomeX, and it's going to go continually around. But this is the kicker. This is the bit of the secret sauce. In Vault, all the decentralized buy and burn uses 15% a day. Okay, so everything that comes in to Vault, the next day, 15% of the buy and burn balance is used. This is the same with AwesomeV. So every day, 15% is going to be used. In the same way, 15% will buy Vault. But then what happens is, like, once it enters the Nexus, that 100% of that 15% is used the next day to buy AwesomeV. And then the next day, 100% of it takes a little bit out for the AwesomeV treasure and the liquidity burn and genesis, but 100% is there. And it never leaves the system. It's always going to be 100%. So every day, 15% of the input buy and burn is used. But once it's in the Nexus, it's just been going round and round and round and round, buying, just constantly buying. So while they're buying, the liquidity between each 3 is being thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. So on launch, when AwesomeV is launched, the liquidity pool is 2. There's 2 liquidity pools, one for AwesomeV and Vault, and one for AwesomeX and AwesomeV. And those liquidity pools are going to be exactly the same size. So AwesomeV and AwesomeX and Vault and AwesomeV is the 2 liquidity pools at the beginning. And they're the same size, and they're going to grow in the same rate. They grow the same rate. But before Vault AwesomeV is launched, the AwesomeX liquidity pool, and that should be twice as thick. So the AwesomeX Vault pool should be, the plan is it should be twice as thick as those other 2 pools. So that's the plan.
Wow.
So that's going to be established before the launch. But
wow.
It's going to be a growing liquidity. And think of this, LP providers are going to see all these buys of all these tokens every single day. And they're going to want a piece of the action. They're going to be provided liquidity. And so it's going to hopefully get even more thicker.
Wow.
And so, and this is it. So this 100% by once any value is put into the nexus, it only exits into liquidity and the vault mechanics that AwesomeV has to have, because these are necessary. If you see these like I have the Genesis is lower on the input, so like you have it on the back end instead. 10% burn it's less than Vault. 20% for Viper's Treasure, which is less than Vault, because we want as much going back into this
Into the
buying
Nexus.
and buying and buying.
So it's going to be called the Nexus for each. It's still going to be called the Nexus on every protocol.
Yes, that's right. The Nexus technology on every protocol. That's right.
So this is Nexus technology. So this is the new innovation on top of Volt is the Nexus.
Is the Nexus. That's right. That is exactly right. Is the Nexus. And you know, I've not seen this before because I've never seen a buy and burn go in a circle. And it's the Nexus buy wheel. That's the name. The Nexus
you couldn't have gone in a circle if you didn't have Volt.
Yes.
Because you could only go two ways. So now that you have Volt, now you can go to the circle with the new protocol, you know, on top of it. So, and then also, so now you're going to take all the Nexuses and create a wheel.
Yeah, exactly. The wheel comes afterwards. The wheel,
oh, bro, this is
like the wheel.
blowing my
mind.
Take
all these Nexuses, and then they're going to be put into the wheel. But the wheel, and I'm just so you know that the wheel buy and burn is called the Apex. The Apex buy and grow, buy and burn and grow. This is the Nexus. So, but the wheels for future. But
well, you know, so the wheel, like, so if you look at this diagram here with the 3 circles, what wheel that moves vehicles has that kind of multiple 3s? It's actually the chains on tanks. Like the chains on tanks have the 3 wheels up in the front and the 3 wheels up at the back, and then all the wheels in the middle, and the chains wrap around, right? But those tanks can literally go over everything. They could literally crawl up a mountain. They could go through a river. So this is like, you're building like this bulletproof kind of like the wheel, but it's a different kind of wheel. Like when you think of a wheel, you're not thinking of a tank. You're thinking of a wheel.
Yeah, you're right.
Is like 3. It's like these 3 spokes on every piece of the wheel.
Oh, so yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a great way to put it. Like a tank.
Like a tank.
Also, you know, the AwesomeV, and it's going to have liquidity with every single pillar. So Viper and AwesomeV will be together. Yeah,
that's awesome too.
Yeah. So, but the plan is to release a Viper, and then 1 week later release all 7 at the same time.
Ooh,
that's the plan. So,
well, and here's the cool thing. There's not going to be, you can do it all on the same day because there's not going to be competition for trying to get Titan X into every single one of them.
Exactly. That's it. So it's such a benefit to Titan X because everything that goes into this is also
Steve reinvented the wheel. That's true, Carl. Funny. Steve did reinvent the wheel.
That is funny.
Sorry,
funny.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so all these tokens entering the Nexus isn't going to be sell pressure on Titan X. So it's massive benefit for Titan X. Plus they're connected by the vault on the one angle and the vault wheel on the other side. But you know but for today, the Nexus pillars are all going to be combined. I'm excited to have Viper and AwesomeV. They're bonded together. You know what I mean?
I am too. That's amazing. Now, so for Viper, we're going to use Dragon X as the input.
That's right.
And for your other ones, so what are your pillars?
Oh, good question. So, okay, so I'm also I don't I also don't want to leave anyone out, but it's hard to get everyone in. So the pillars are. Let me grab this doc. I'm gonna show you the pillars right here. So the pillars are
Oh,
Viper for Dragon X,
okay.
Turbo
Nice.
on Hyper, Bull is Inferno, just Bull.
Cool.
So the logos are then those are done. You got Zara for Lotus,
Oh, okay. Zara,
Gold for
yeah.
Element 280,
Gold. Oh, that's
and then
sick.
Awesome V for Awesome X, and then you got Beast for Hydra.
Oh,
And Yield's a tough one because like Eric wants me to release it on Yield, so I'm gonna release the vault on Yield on Tink, sorry Tink. But because it's so because it's an inflationary coin, it might not work well on the vault pillars because you want a little bit of potential deflation. So maybe I'll swap that one out, but still launch it either way and swap it for something else. But these are all the pillars. So each one will be binded together. You know, Awesome V will be with Gold, with Zara, with Bull, with
oh my
Turbo, with Viper.
goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
yeah, yeah. Binded together in liquidity, growing,
Wow.
and it's growing liquidity.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, growing look. So you're
growing.
actually using this kind of it's a new innovation, but you're using the innovation you did with the perpetual cap supply auction, and you're
Yes.
kind of taking that innovation and bringing it over here because now it's a perpetual wheel that continuously feeds things.
Yes. So that's a great question, and it the it's when you look at when you look at when you look at when you look at the front end, when you look at the front end of Viper or Awesome V, it's going to be the same as Vault. It's going to be the same as Vault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be the same as Vault. So it's just underneath the hood, this Nexus works. So you come to Vault and you're like, sorry, or you come to Viper and you come to Awesome V and all of them, and you have the same user experience as you do for Vault. The only difference is when you look under the hood, you're like, the engine's been upgraded, or it's a different type of engine. But you don't need to understand how the Nexus works to benefit from the protocol, because this is Viper. You enter Viper, and it's just the same as it's the same.
Simple. It's really
Yeah.
simple. Like, yes, there's an engine. You're right. There's an engine that's built, but you don't have to understand how to take apart an engine so to put the key in your car and hit the gas. Like, you just get in, turn the car on, and you go somewhere. You don't have to know how that engine works. So that's kind of the same thing here. It's like you put your input token and you auction for it's a 24-hour auction every day, right? Basically.
Yes, it's every day. Instead of 10 days, it's 8 days. And
but it's still, even after the 8 days, it's still every day. It's just 8 days gives the cap supply.
That's exactly right. So there's one with Volt, there was 1,055 million tokens. So I made it a bit simple. I just said, let's just have 1 billion tokens and 8 days, and 100 million goes for liquidity, because you have to have liquidity between all the pairs. So, and then 100 million goes straight into the treasure vault, the Viper's vault, or AwesomeX vault right here. So this is going to start with 100 million right there. So that's the only difference. The rest is the same user experience. And what's cool is you see this little button here. You press that button and you're going to see all the pillars and vault and the wheel all on one page, like a Uniswap. So you'll be able to go here and go, oh, you know, Awesome V has extra ROI. People aren't entering that auction today.
Ooh,
So like, oh, I'm going
wow,
to go to
that's
auction.
so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Are
So
they
you
all
click
gonna have different ending times for the auction, or when you launch them?
exactly the same time, 2 p.m. EST.
Wow.
2 p.m. EST. So you're just going to click this, and it's going to go to the website. It's going to go to their website. So
Wow.
you might be on Vault, and you might be on Vault. You might have been onboarded because you like Vault, but you go here, and then you think, wow, there's other tokens in
You're
this
like, wait,
ecosystem.
what? What's this?
And then you click
And
on
then
it,
you
and you
see
go
the
to Vault.
ROIs.
Yeah, yeah. Also on the stats page, right at the bottom, you're gonna have it
Wow.
too.
Wow, Steve,
Yeah,
great job. My
yeah,
goodness, this is amazing.
yeah. And the burn page is exactly the same, except you got the Nexus balance, and you got 3 buy and burns. So this will be AwesomeX, Vault, and AwesomeV.
Wow.
And you'll be able to see how much is in the Nexus balance. So
And how will those be
yeah.
denominated? Will that be denominated in Awesome X, or will that be denominated in Awesome V?
The Nexus burn balance would be, if it's Dragon X, that's how much Dragon X is available
Mm-hmm.
to burn. On the
Oh,
Vault buy and burn,
got it.
it's going to be in Vault.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, maybe I should make that more clear. I'll put Vault in the bottom right here.
Right.
Make it more
Yeah,
clear.
cool.
And then when it's this is going to be, yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm going to put for Awesome V, I put Awesome V here at the bottom.
Right.
Awesome
Right.
X, this is how much Awesome X. So
Wow.
however much Awesome X is here, 100% of this Nexus burn balance is going to be used that day, every 5 minutes.
Whoa.
This will be divided in 288. So every 5 minutes, it's going to be buying Viper. And then
Wow.
Viper every 5. And, after day 2, the buy and burn is initiated. And then Awesome X buys Vault. Day 3, this Nexus is empty, but this one's full. So Dragon X buys Vault with the input of 15%.
Whoa.
On day 3, Vault buys Viper. And now on day 4, the Nexus burn balance for Viper or Awesome V is full. 100% of that is going to buy Awesome X.
Whoa.
100% in here is going to be buying Viper. 100% in this Nexus burn balance will buy Vault plus the 15% of the input that came in.
Whoa.
And because once the input goes into the Nexus, it's just going to circulate. And basically what happens, it circulates all the time apart from Viper. Some is taken out for Treasure Vault and for Burnt to keep it deflationary. So
Wow, bro, you're blowing my mind. This is amazing.
Think about this too. It's going to be so it takes 4 days. It takes 3 days for a circle. So the next 3 days has all the previous days too. And then day 9 has most of the previous. So it keeps going, circulating. It keeps circulating.
Wow.
and the Nexus should be growing like this. It should be growing. Like just a little bit, because when you get to Viper, 40% is taken, but it's still going to be growing and growing and growing and growing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. The Nexus should grow, or, it's just going to be interesting to watch it because I've never seen this happen before.
No, this is like, dude, you're innovating on levels I've never seen before, I've even heard of or thought of. I mean, this is incredible.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I was excited for Vault to see how it works. And when I look back at
it
Vault,
works.
It worked well.
It works.
And what I liked about Vault most is the thing I'm most proud about with Vault is that 10-day distribution, because I'm like, oh man, this was a really nicely fair distribution. Like your distribution for AwesomeX, I like that distribution too. It's very fair. It's mine was slow over days. Yours is slow over weeks.
Right.
But you can always get in. You can always the distribution is there to get in.
And it's all different
Yeah.
because it's like, dude, 1 week in crypto is like at
Yeah.
least a month. Like
Oh,
getting from
man.
Friday to Friday, it's
So
like, dude,
true.
people
It's
are
so
like
true.
freaking out. I'm like, guys, it's like 1 week. Like just,
Yeah.
but it's also because there's so many protocols launching right now. This is what I love about what you're doing too, is that I've been talking about this. This is why we have such a big ratio for AwesomeX. For the first 12 weeks, it's over 2-to-1 for Titan X. But over time, it doesn't even drop to under 1-to-1 ratio until week 37. So it really heavily weights people that get involved early. And then, but it goes all the way down to 0.08 to 1. Like it's going to cost 12 and a half Titan X to get one AwesomeX minted when it stabilizes. So really, AwesomeX is going to get really expensive in relation to Titan X over time. But the early people who participate can really stack it. There's no other protocols right now that are gonna give you more than 1-to-1. I mean, when everybody mints, it's like it's the 1-to-1 or an auction system where you're really not getting 1-to-1. So the other protocols, they all have very good reasons for being and their ethos and everything. And I've participated in basically 95% of every protocol out there on the build on Titan X stuff. But and I have my Volt. Thank God I got my Volt.
Oh, you did.
I love Volt. Like I love it so much. I should have participated every week, but every single day. I didn't because I was shooting the movie, but at least I got Volt. Anyways, so what I like about this though, that's what's cool about AwesomeX is that what we're doing here, if you're launching all the pillars on the rest of the pillars on the same day, we're really not going to have all the competition problems that we've been having. Not that there's problems, but there will be problems about using Titan X to mint all this stuff over time. Titan X is about to get really expensive and really scarce. But now, if you guys are thinking ahead right now, the mint cycle number 2 is active on AwesomeX. So go over there. You get 2.72 AwesomeX for one Titan X. The more you can stack, the more you can participate in AwesomeV. So you're going to need AwesomeX to participate in AwesomeV, and AwesomeV is coming before anything else comes on AwesomeX. It's going to be, now we had E280 that participated. They are burning AwesomeX, and also Scale's coming at some point. I don't really know anything about Scale yet, but I'm going to be streaming with James tomorrow, I think, about Scale. But AwesomeV is coming really soon. It's imminent. So like if you want to participate so here's what I was saying, because AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X. When you put those 2 monthly charts together, it's like, whoa, that looks like a powerhouse combo. Now it's Volt. Look at the freaking daily and weekly chart on Volt. I mean, goodness gracious. So it's like Volt. Okay, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add this to the stage. Oh, this is Volt, guys. This is the weekly chart of Volt. When you look at weekly charts, which is what I love to look at, this is Volt built on AwesomeX, and AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X. So we're putting the 3 most powerful protocols together in one. And anyways, guys, I'm just really excited about AwesomeV. It's really, really exciting to me. So really good job on this, man. I'm like, I'm blown away. I can't even really, I can kind of wrap my head around what you're saying, but like you said, we don't have to understand how the engine works. We don't have to be able to take apart the engine to drive the car. You just got to get in the car, put the key in the car, and hit the gas. And that's what AwesomeX is, the key to AwesomeV.
No. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And I spent weeks talking about the Treasure Vault, and after I launched Vault, I started to get lots of really good feedback about the Treasure Vault, which was the key to the perpetual auction system of Vault, which enabled a limited supply token with perpetual auctions. And people started to really understand it and really like it. And with the Nexus, it's a buy and bear mechanic that has never been done before in DeFi. And I'm really interested for people to understand it and then see if they like it. I really like it though. I am really excited to see how this works. because it's a buy wheel, it's just going to be buying the 3 tokens constantly as the liquidity grows and the supply shrinks. So the supply of Vault is shrinking. The supply of Viper is shrinking. You know, AwesomeX, you can mint it, but it's still good. It's still shrinking because it's getting more expensive.
And
And
the 70% buy and burn on AwesomeX.
yeah,
I mean, we're going to burn $130,000 worth of AwesomeX today and tomorrow. So it's like, yeah, AwesomeX is going to, it's really powerful. It's just early. You're really early. And having those super heavy epic ratios, you know, and there's still an ROI even with these heavy ratios. So it's like when you really look at what, it's less about the ROI and it's more about the input token. Actually, like having a new input token is, I think, going to be really, really valuable. Well, that's something I want. And you're just the first. So AwesomeV is the first. Oh, that's sick.
This is Vault Gold for
That's sick.
Element 280.
And so we're going to be able to use HLX for that? Or
this is no, this is going to be is it element EL?
So okay, so we would use E280 tokens.
Yes.
So if you wanted to say maybe redeem one of your NFTs and get the E280 token, that will be the input in here.
Yes, this is the Element 281 Vault Gold, and
that is so sick.
Yeah, it's fun to make these. The next one I'm making AwesomeV right now, so it's going to be ready in a few days. But I was thinking it would be fun to show you live on stream and get your facial reaction.
I'm in, dude.
That'd be fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And awesome. I thought for AwesomeV, because your token's called AWX, right? So we should probably call it AWV, right?
I was thinking that. So I mean, you're on the same page as what I was thinking, but I wanted to do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, let's do that. That at least it looks the same. Or not the same.
AWV. I love it. And in fact, AWV is a really cool look because it's the A and then the V with the W, and it's actually like 4 different peaks. It's because the W is 2 peaks, and then the V. So I like the way AWV looks together.
Oh, you're right. It looks really nice. It's like a wave like this, like a mountain.
Yeah, it just keeps doing that. It's like AW and then a V, but the V kind of inverts the A. So
I love it.
It's pretty cool.
I love it.
I think that's a great call.
Yeah. And we've talked about the logo too. I'm still designing it, but it's basically going to be like we talked about the Vault V just inverted with it like an A.
Amazing.
Isn't that going to work?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know. I love it.
Yeah. So that's good branding. It's fun making these protocols, branding, like learning, thinking.
I agree, man. I mean, that's the problem with creatives. We can't stop thinking once we start.
That's right.
Once you get something innovative, your brain he's like, God's like downloading a new white paper in my brain every day now. I'm like, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but thank you for that. I'll write it down. And then, I think for you too, your brain is so active, but you're a creator. And when you embrace your creativity and you have a skill also that not only it's not just pure creativity, you have developed a skill over time because you've become obsessed about something that benefits your life, and you've learned about this, you've studied, you're actually just obsessed with growing and learning, and you've joined all these masterminds, and every single piece of knowledge that you've gained over your lifetime now comes to like one focused point, like a magnifying glass, like and this is that point in time, and this point in time is giving you all of this information that you're able to pull from all of your life experiences, all the stuff you've studied your entire life. And for some reason, that soup is creating like massive innovation in the crypto space.
Wow, that's such a good way to put it. Like entrepreneurs, you're an entrepreneurs in Titan X and beyond, they take their life experiences the ups and downs, the success and failures, and get to a point in time with this magnifying glass. I love that analogy. This magnifying glass, and you create something with that, with leaning on the shoulder of the giants and all the information we read and all the things we learned and all the failure we had. And, in 10 years' time, we're going to be in a different place on the hill with a better perspective, and our magnifying glass is going to be a bit more powerful, a bit closer to the sun. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And we're built on top of that. See, Jake did the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like when he studied every single protocol. He studied the cycles. He studied what works, what doesn't. And then he created something new and efficient and innovative and something that I believe is going to, hyperdeflation meets fair launch is the biggest innovation, I think, ever, really.
Yeah.
In the history of finance.
Oh man, you're so what a statement, and what a great statement. Hyperdeflation meeting what did you say? Distribution.
Fair launch.
Fair launch. Wow.
Fair launch meets hyperdeflation is literally innovating finance at a basic level. Like the whole finance.
That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Because when the US was on the gold standard, they had that backing of a bit more limited supply or controlled supply. And what an amazing situation it is when you do have that limited supply backing.
Yeah, because it got so corrupted so quickly, because it's like, the traditional finance system it's just so corrupted, and it's corruptible, and they wanted it that way. I mean, that's really, actually, people are like, oh, why doesn't it work? Well, no, it works. It's just the problem is the goal was completely counter to the benefit of humanity. The goal is other than what we want the goal to be. So if we want to change things, we have to change them. It's our responsibility. Jake took it upon himself to change the future of finance. And if people can see it, they can get involved. If they can't see it, they don't have to get involved. But that's what fair launch is. That's what I love. And then, see, here's the big thing, though, is the hyperdeflation. Well, fair launch is huge. Fair launch and hyperdeflation, both of those together change everything. But hyperdeflation, that other half of that coin, oh my gosh. And so we can talk about that in a second, but we are all building on his magnifying glass.
Wow.
But,
yes.
And then you get to bring your experience and focus your energy on something that innovates on top of his innovation. And then we all get to do that. And we have a foundation to build on that isn't flimsy. We have a solid, and then what Jake built on the foundation of what Vitalik built. So it's like, and then Vitalik built on the foundation of what whoever Satoshi is.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're basically innovating on other people's magnifying glasses. We just choose the one we want to build on. And now Jake built something that and then we can build hyperdeflationary assets on top of hyperdeflationary assets, which is never been done before. It is going to blow our minds what really happens. We're like I said, we're so early, guys. We are so early. And just, if you're watching the stream right now, you have so much potential. Like, just dip your toe in the water. Like, this is all an experiment, though, but it's no financial advice. But we are innovating. We're like the revolution. Like, when you look at these, like, we're the actual. So crypto is a revolution in itself, but there's a whole bunch of bad crypto. So it's like there's a whole bunch of non-fair finance guys just jumping into crypto, centralized crypto. There's a ton of that stuff. But we are a small group. So there's probably 1%, maybe 5% of the world. I don't know what the number is, of people that are in crypto. But out of those 5%, we have 16,000 or 17,000 wallets in TitanX. It's like, out of the 1% or 5% of the people that are in crypto, it's probably less than a fraction of 1% of the people who are in TitanX right now. And we are revolutionaries. That's how I see it. I'm like a movie guy, so I'm seeing it through this like revolution side. But really, when you look at it, the revolution is fair launch and hyperdeflation, because we've been born into the matrix. Every single day we wake up, our government money is worth less and less and less and less because there's no cap on the supply that they can print. This is where hopefully the experiment is every day we wake up, the hyperdeflation kicks in a little more. Our money is worth more and then more and then more and then more and then more every day. That is something that is such an innovation that the powers that be, whatever, don't want that to happen. But they can't stop it now.
Yeah, it is fascinating. You know, the moment that I used crypto, and it was BSV was kind of the one that I got in.
What's BSV? Binance?
No, BSV was it was a fork of Bitcoin, and I kind of I thought it was interesting because it was really quick, and I was going from wallet to wallet, and then I was using Bitcoin, and it was just really quicker, so I started using BSV.
Oh, okay.
But it was the first one I used properly because before that I tried to use Dogecoin and I put in my PayPal address by mistake, and I thought I was buying Dogecoin in 2015, but I didn't understand about wallets. I put my PayPal address in where it said put in your wallet.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
and it was gone forever.
What's that?
Gone forever.
Gone forever. And that was worth a lot in 5 years' time. That Dogecoin, buying Dogecoin in 2015.
I had no idea Dogecoin was even a thing in 2015. I had no idea.
Yeah, I only was buying Dogecoin because I thought I've missed Bitcoin. It's a few $100s now. It's a bit high. Dogecoin has loads of zeros. I'll buy zero. I fell for that marketing in 2015. You know, when loads of zeros and you think you're getting more. So anyway, I put my PayPal address by mistake. But then in like 2017, I think it was around that time, I started using BSV and just experiment with that for a few years. And it was a mistake because it wasn't the best horse to back. Because in 2020 I should have bought I remember when Binance BNB was a few pennies. I should have gone into that. But
wow.
But what I was trying to say was the innovation and the revolution of just having your capital and moving it from one place to another with a click of a button and instantly moves was mind blowing to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. And you felt a new sense of autonomy that you could walk around. And I was just traveling around the world at the time, but I could just walk around the world from country to country and, you know, have my few $100s. Not very much, but I thought, wow, this is amazing. This is absolutely revolutionary. And it's a whole paradigm shift when you start to get into crypto, you know. I mean, trying to explain crypto to people to today, it's getting easier and easier because the infrastructure is getting better. But there's still this paradigm shift they need to have, that they're now in autonomy of their own finances. They are their own bank in a way because they have their seed phrase, they have their keys, they have their wallet, you know.
And this is why we you know, it's going to make us understand about that. That's another thing. I mean, you just paid your early tuition. Like, we all pay our tuition when we first jump in because we think we know what we're doing and we have no idea. And then the tuition is paid by not exiting at all, or it's getting into the wrong coin, or not knowing about fair launch, you know. That's the way we pay tuition in this industry. But you actually pay tuition by joining masterminds too, which is probably the quicker way to learn. Then it's like you pay intentional tuition. We're all paying unintentional tuition where we just get wrecked, you know, for a while. But it's like, the more intentional tuition we pay, actually, the quicker our process could happen. I mean, maybe, you know, in some cases. But really, I think the innovation you're talking about is everything innovates on top of everything else. And we have an opportunity here to be working with people who are collaborative. You are collaborative. Everybody, every builder in this is collaborative. Jake is collaborative. Jake built something to be built on. Now, he built an ethos that if we follow the ethos, you know, we won't be included in this unless we do. But it's not like, it is a hard rule, but it's not like we're like slave drivers or anything. It's like we're saying, hey guys, this is the revolution. This is the way we should do things. This is how we will do things. If you want to do things this way, cool, let's go together. And then we all can support each other. Yeah, there's competition, there's leaderboards, there's ranking between builders and protocols, but it's not like an unhealthy, cannibalistic competition. It's actually a collaborative competition. And when you can have like healthy competition within stuff, now it's fun. I mean, we're all like alpha. We're all like alpha dudes, like running around, like creating amazing things and having a lot of fun doing it. But now we're friends too. And we're not just fake friends. It's not like Hollywood. It's not like Wall Street. It's literally like we've never even met each other in person yet, but we will at the Titan X party, which you've been innovating that too.
Yes, Viber Finance. Yeah, you're right. It's healthy collaborative competition, and you're cheering on for your fellow protocols because you're like, wow, this is cool. What's going on here? This is cool. And
then we're all looking at the Titan X liquid balance being like, that's getting low, guys. I mean, we got a lot of protocols coming.
Yeah. Wow. I was just looking at it just now. Like 46, it's getting low. It is getting low. I mean, I remember when that was 60. Just when I launched Vault, it was like 62.
Wow.
And yeah.
Let's go to that. I'm going to go to that again here real quick. Hold on one second. I want to look at those stats because when you guys go to the app.titan, here what you have to do. You go to titanxhub.com and there's Titan X. If you're brand new to this, go over here to this website button. You have the X link and you have the Telegram and the white paper, which that white paper you must read if you have not read it yet. But this is the leaderboard with all the numbers. Here's AwesomeX here. We got Volt as number 6. And these are ranked by this burn staked number, I believe. I think that's the ranking and how they're numbered. Maybe. I may be wrong, but I think that's right. 683 billion. Inferno has 598 billion burned or locked. Flux has 154. Right now, AwesomeX has 128, but we're minting today, right now, guys. So go get your AwesomeX because AwesomeV is coming, and you're not going to use Titan X for it. You're going to use AwesomeX for it to mint AwesomeV. So anyways, let's go over here to the Titan X app, and we're going to go to stats. Like liquid right now is 46 trillion liquid, but BOT is more. BOT protocols is 22.86% of the Titan X supply, and liquid is 22.37%. BOT is overtaking liquid right now.
Wow.
Build on Titan X protocols. This BOT means build on Titan X. It doesn't mean bot or whatever. It means build on Titan X. So if you follow the ethos and you build on Titan X by pairing it with Titan X, locking the liquidity pool, that adds up into here. And right now, that's overtaking liquid, which is extremely bullish, not just for build on Titan X protocols, but for Titan X itself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I've heard Jake say like day 369 is like the catalyst gunshot or the catalyst like thing that's pressed that propels us into Titan X deflation. And wow, imagine, I mean, in the last, Volt's been going for like 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks now. And it's gone from 60, I think it was like 62 all the way down to 46. I mean, imagine in another 2 weeks. We've got the conference in 2 weeks or next week. Is it next week? Yeah, next week. Next week. Yeah. Yeah, next week.
Next weekend, right? Or
that's next weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, next weekend, because Lotus is being launched on the 25th or 26th. Yeah. So, wow. And imagine what's going to happen in like by day 369, how much Titan X there will be. It's getting less and less and less every day because this is a page I go to every day too. I have my I get up in the morning and do stuff, and then if I go online, I just want to see how much less is it today?
I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, also Kflow. Yeah, we got titanx.info, guys. If you want to, send a website to your friends, and this website is a little bit too much right now, send titanx.info to them. And actually, let's just open that really quick because Kflow created this cool site. And so Mike Dean and Kflow, you guys are just amazing. So titanx.info, you basically have what is Titanx really quickly. There's some videos that are going to be added here. It tells you what Titanx is. Some of the influencers are down here. Titanx ecosystem features, and it gives you how to buy. When you click how to buy, it takes you straight to the Buy Titanx on the Titanx website. So, and then you can do that all up here too. Titanx ecosystem. It gives you a lot of information, but we need to update this because there's no AwesomeX on here. And I don't think there's even a Volt on here. Oh no, there is Volt, but there's no AwesomeX on here yet. So it's not complete without AwesomeX. But anyways, and then we got a stats page, which takes you to the Titanx stats page. So it's just really organized, and docs, guys. This is something so important, is the Titanx white paper. So anyways, great work, Kflow. Guys, if you want to send this out to any of your friends that want to basically have a full kind of like picture of what the ecosystem is. The other one is Titanx Hub, and Titanx Hub Premium. You go to Premium, and in fact, if you enter the code AwesomeX, you get 10% off your plans. So definitely join these. These have massive analytics. And if you get the Elite, which I'm in, I got the Elite, you get these liquidity providing mastery workshops. And they are recorded if you can't make it, which I have needed them to be recorded because I've been working 16-hour days and doing this. So I got to watch all those. But anyways, join the Elite, use AwesomeX as your code, and you get 10% off your yearly. And he takes crypto, which is like perfect. I mean, it's like, of course, we have to do it that way because that's the best way to do it. I would rather get paid in crypto than government dollars. So anyways, guys, yeah, so that is that. Let's go to, so join Volt on X if you're not already joining, but I'm sure you are because you're here because of Volt, because of AwesomeV, which is Volt on AwesomeX, which is Inferno on DragonX. So when you're mashing all these together, what better combinations can you have than the monthly chart of Inferno built on the monthly chart of DragonX, and then the weekly chart of Volt built on top of both of those? Like, gosh, guys, I don't think we can get any better than that. And we get to use AwesomeX as the input token for AwesomeV. And so what are we talking about? So do we have a date yet for the pillars to launch?
Oh, yes. So I don't want to give an exact date, but the target is 8th of November for Viper. And 1 week later, 8 days later, I do it on a Saturday, 8 days later, everything else altogether. So
16th of November?
Yes, that's a target. 16th to have them all going.
Wow.
And it's going to be interesting because these 8 pillars, these 8 Vault pillars, using native protocol tokens, DragonX, AwesomeX, Inferno, Hyper. It's going to be interesting to see who burns the most. I want to see which protocol burns the most. Just
so we need a leaderboard too on somewhere.
Yeah, I'm actually making a stats because Mike Dean. I call him Mike June sometimes by mistake.
Mike Dune. Well, that's nice because he makes all the Dune dashboards.
Yeah, so we got him to make a Dune dashboard for every single Vault pillar. So every single Vault pillar, you're going to be on your show. You're going to have your own AwesomeV June dashboard. So
Ooh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Everyone will, but I'm gonna bring them all together in a stats page. I just make it. I just make it myself. It's just going to be stats.vault.win. I'll just put it on the Vault
Sweet.
website, and it's just going to have rankings, like just so you can see who's buying, which pillar has burnt the most, and you'll see just which one's burnt the most. So yeah, that's it. That's exciting. Simple. So some simple stats is just interesting to keep a tab on. So we'll
Yeah,
do
I
that.
love that. And so now, guys, look, actually, that's kind of nice that it's going to be in November. So you have quite a bit, you have a handful of weeks because we only met once a week, Fridays for 24 hours. So you got a little bit of time today to get in and stack your AwesomeX so you can be using it for AwesomeV. But now you have quite a few weeks. You can be prepped and ready to go heavy into AwesomeV, which, I mean, it's Volt, which is amazing. And so we're going to have 8 days when AwesomeV goes live. You're going to have 8 days to be able to use your AwesomeX, and which is nice because we're going to have 2 mint cycles within that time. So you can mint right before on Friday to Saturday, claim on Saturday, and then immediately you can actually use that AwesomeX to get into AwesomeV. And then since it's 8 days, it's perfect because we have you can have another mint cycle coming up. Then you can mint more AwesomeX, and then on that Saturday of that last day, you can go in again, or you can go in every single day. So I think that's a really, really cool thing. We have 8 days until a cap supply of AwesomeV is on the market, and then it will forever auction AwesomeV in the Volt innovation, perpetual
Yeah.
auction cap supply system.
It's gonna be great. On a macro level with the Vault pillars, I'm really excited for liquidity bonding between everything. And I'm interested to see just how everything can be liquidity bonded together in a growing thing. So yeah, Vault is at the center. Vault is in the middle of every single pillar. As you can see, it's in the nexus. So it's a win-win. It's a win for Titan X. It's a win for Vault. It's a win for the protocols. It's a win for the user. It's a new thing to have fun with, and yeah. So yeah, really excited. Really
I
excited
love
for
it.
these
Massive
Vault pillars.
innovation. Great
Yeah.
job, Steve. Great job.
Yeah. So
So
I just had to.
we're gonna do this again when you have the UI ready for AwesomeV.
Yes. Yeah, next week I'll jump on and I'll reveal the UI to you next week live, and everyone can see your reaction, and you can give your feedback.
Do you like kind of like the Friday morning thing?
Yeah, I just jump on anytime because I'm free all the time. I can I can schedule anytime.
So for me right now, Friday mornings are good because usually the movie shoot pushes back for the call time being like around noonish, or maybe sometimes 1 because we got 14-hour days that we're doing, so we need a 12-hour turnaround. So they push it back for the crew on Fridays. So yeah, that's why early the mornings Eastern time is good for me right now on Fridays.
That's great.
And so let's just do that again. Then it'll be good because we'll be streaming around the mint times, the cycles for AwesomeX, and that'll be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we'll talk about AwesomeV, and so next Friday would be great then to reveal the UI for AwesomeV.
Yeah. I'll do it live, so even you have not seen it.
Oh my God.
Just see your reaction. That'd be fun to see your reaction.
That'll be great. Yeah. I'm so in. I cannot wait. I'm like really stoked and excited. And guys, you're going to love the art because, we have bodybuilding dragons for AwesomeX. Well, now we have the rock stars of AwesomeX.
Oh, yeah.
These are the bodybuilding rock star dragons, like literally shredding on the electric guitars and like lightning and fire everywhere. Guys, you're going to love the art. I think you're going to love it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Wow. Well, guys, I'm going to see if there's any questions here. Steve, thank you so much for joining. I'm probably going to stay on stream for a little while. I mean, you're welcome to stay on.
Yeah,
Um,
I've got to bounce off,
but if
and
you got to go, thank
yeah,
you
do
so
a few
much for
things.
being here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. We'll touch base soon, and yeah, I see you all soon. So thank you,
Thank you,
man.
brother. Great work.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Peace. So, guys, that was such a treat to have Steve on and give us that massive alpha on AwesomeV built on AwesomeX. And I love this dragon back there. Yeah, guys, these shirts are cool because you are awesome. And I want you to know that. I want you to remember that. J-Class Beats, what's going on? Yes, this is awesome stuff. I'm so excited. I really, the fact that Volt is building on AwesomeX and Steve is building on AwesomeX is like blowing me away. I just love his innovation. I love what he's doing. He's going to really help thicken the LP, all these LPs, and they're just, his innovation is mind blowing. And with only 1 billion total distributed in 8 days, I mean, I'm going to want to stack my AwesomeV because I'm stacking my AwesomeX right now with all of you guys. I'm minting every single cycle on AwesomeX because I built the protocol I want to participate in. So that's what we're doing. We're creating these amazing protocols that follow the ethos of Titan X, and we're participating in them with you all. Yeah, me too, Stray. It's a lot of awesomeness because we are just innovating on levels that really haven't been seen before in crypto, in my opinion. There is a lot of innovation in crypto, other places maybe, but there was, I mean, Bitcoin was innovation. How can we get some AwesomeX merch? You know what? I probably should do a little tap. So, okay, a couple other pieces. Yeah, so for everybody that just jumped off, that's okay because now you guys are going to get some fun stuff. Let's see here. I'm going to add this to the stage and we're going to go here. Thanks, man. Yeah, this hat is pretty cool. I love wearing it. If you go to the AwesomeX.win page, you go to the Launchpad page here, right? See, it says Launchpad. This is actually, we are funded. The Launchpad is funded. So if you guys have some ideas that you want to build, all you have to do is come here. You have 7 days to submit your white paper. We are going to be having a deadline of October 26th so we can review these white papers as the team. And we are going to be selecting a protocol to build on AwesomeX. And if you go to the AwesomeX white paper, you can actually see what, and I'll do that here in a second, but you just have to put your X handle, your email, and your Gitbook or Google Sheets link. Now I'd rather you do a Gitbook. They're simple, they're free, but we also added either Google Sheets link here if you want to just dump your brain out into a Google Sheets and then we can organize it. If it's a great idea, we can organize it into a Gitbook if you win. But Gitbook's really simple and free, and it organizes your brain really nicely. And then you just submit, boom. And then after October 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern, we're going to stop this first round of submissions. We've already had a few submissions. So you want to get your submissions in so you can be in the running for being the first funded protocol on the AwesomeX Launchpad, guys. This is going to be so much fun. And so what I think I can do is up here, I can put a merch tab, a merch link. And the merch link will be able to take you to a merch page or something. I right now I'm using a thing called Printful. So if you go to Printful, you know, you can kind of create your own merch. That's really how I'm doing this stuff right now. So if you want some merch, DM me right now. I don't have a way for you necessarily. I don't have like a store really for you to buy it, but I'll just, you know, get it to you for cost. So whatever it costs me, you guys can just send me that in AwesomeX or whatever, or you can send me that in TitanX or pay for it however you want. I don't care. But just the cost of whatever it cost me to send it to you guys. And we can ship it all over the world. Sometimes in different countries, it takes a little bit longer to ship. But hey, thanks, man. I know I love this hat. I literally wear this hat on the movie set every day. And then I wear this shirt. And then on the back of the shirt, it says AwesomeX. So we can rep AwesomeX everywhere. Yeah, guys, Frosty Dog, what's going on? Share this video, guys. Thanks for being here, Frosty Dog. And yes, Mello has provided so much value to this entire ecosystem. Thank you, Mello. You have an AwesomeX hat. And in fact, we have FlexFit hats now because of Mello. He was like, hey, can I get a FlexFit hat? This one's not FlexFit, but it has the green on the bottom, which I like. The FlexFit doesn't have the green on the bottom. But the Flex Fits feel really nice when you wear them. Sreyox, you're a legend. Thank you so much for being here. And so, guys, you're going to want to stack as much AwesomeX as you can. And you have a handful of weeks to do it now. And it's every single week that is before 12 weeks. So for today, plus another 10 weeks after today, it's still a over 2 to 1 ratio for AwesomeX to Titan X. So you put 1 Titan X in, you get more than 2 AwesomeX out, only for 12 total weeks. So this is week 2. So for 10 more weeks after this week, you can get a greater than 2 to 1 ratio, because then it drops below 2 to 1. Today is 2.72 to 1. If you put 100 Titan X in, you get 2.7 AwesomeX out. And we have a 70% buy and burn that's eating it up. We're burning $130,000 worth of AwesomeX today. And that AwesomeX routes through DragonX to burn it. Let's actually go to that. Let's look at the stats here. In fact, we've already burned 12% of the entire AwesomeX supply over this last week. So that's 385 billion AwesomeX that have been burned, gone forever through a pathway of DragonX. And there's still, and I think we have to update these, the UI here, because actually these numbers are bigger than this. I think our UI is having a glitch. So I'm working with the devs right now. Before this stream, we've been working with the devs to make sure that this is updated on the UI properly, because we have way more in the treasury than this. We have way more in the launchpad than this. We've burned way more DragonX than this. So guys, I'm going to update the UI. It's all good on the blockchain, but you guys can check the blockchain if you want. And then the burn. This one is correct. The burn is correct. So there's still $900,000 in the burn balance. That is 648 billion Titan X ready to be burned right now. And we just started mint cycle 2. So I'll bet you this is going to climb up well over $1 trillion today. And then today we still have $108,000. We still have 77 billion Titan X to burn today, which means we're burning about $5,000 worth of Titan X every hour today. The next buy and burn is 270 million just for the next buy and burn. We do that every 7.5 minutes. So this is just so bullish. I can't believe we've burned over 12% of the entire supply today, total. And that's only been in the last 5 days. So really bullish, really bullish. I'm just so excited about what's going on here. The launch pad is coming. Well, it's funded. We are completely funded on the launch pad. So you want to flex fit? Hey, DM me, okay? On here on X, Mr. DXB, and I'll see what I can do. Because you make your intentions known, and that's a really good thing. You gotta tell everybody what what your goals are. You know, I don't like to talk about my goals that haven't been actualized yet. Sometimes I do, but some of those goals are just meant for me and God until they begin to be actualized and I take those steps towards them. But sometimes you got to make your intentions known, and that will help it come into existence as a creator. So as this, make your intentions known, shoot me a DM. And CryptoPunk plus visual dev. Let's go. K-Flow, you provide so much value, guys, into the ecosystem. You got to check out titanx.info and check it out if you want to send your friends. And Voltgom, how much Dragon X has AwesomeX burned? That UI needs to be updated. We've burned a lot more than what's showing on the UI. In fact, all of the AwesomeX that gets burnt routes through Dragon X also. So it all adds additional buy pressure to Dragon X. So we've burned a lot more Dragon X than just that. Well, you know, we burned 3.5%. So there's probably been a solid $40,000 or $50,000 or $60,000 worth of Dragon X that's been burnt so far in just this past week. But I'm going to get that UI updated. But all of the AwesomeX that gets burnt routes through Dragon X to burn it. Titan X, Dragon X, AwesomeX, burn. And so that's adding a lot of buy pressure to Dragon X right now. And don't forget, 12% is going to the Dragon X vault, which I think that number is probably off too right now, which is on the UI, because right now it's already showing that we've sent $182,000 to the Dragon X vault. But this UI needs to be updated. I think there might be some issues with it. But the blockchain is clean. It's just the UI and how it's pulling is probably a little bit off. But guys, this is just so bullish. And just remember, AwesomeX, if you're asking what it is, AwesomeX is Inferno. This is Inferno's monthly chart. It's Inferno. Literally, we use the Inferno code and we changed some parameters, added some innovation with the launch pad and the treasury, and changed the burn. But we kept the burn mechanics. We just adjusted the burn percentages daily. So it's Inferno. AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X, and this is the Dragon X monthly chart. So you pair AwesomeX is Inferno built on Dragon X, and then AwesomeV will use AwesomeX as an input token, and it is Volt built on AwesomeX. The three most powerful protocols in the Titan X ecosystem are mashed together with AwesomeV, and AwesomeV will use AwesomeX as an input token. So if you really want to participate in AwesomeV, stack your AwesomeX. Not financial advice. Obviously, this is all an experiment, but it's an experiment that seems to be working really well, and hyperdeflation is about to kick in. And here's the leaderboard. Right now, AwesomeX is number 2. Tink just overtook it a little bit, but I think we're going to be able to pop back up to number 9, and probably we might even be able to get to number 8. We might even be able to flip Inferno on this week, today, because we only mint once a week. Every Fridays, there's 24-hour mint cycle. So you guys got any questions? Let's see here. Got to manifest those dreams. Check out Neville. I've checked him out. He's cool, man. Yeah, right on. Thanks. Hit my 120 billion AwesomeX goal, baby. Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Shreyox. You're amazing, dude. I'm not even at that goal yet. Dude, you're definitely a whale now. I love it. Let's see what else. What other kind of Revo. Titan X is at 46 trillion liquid right now. Let's go up here. Yeah, 46 trillion liquid, guys. This is crazy. Look at this. Liquid is basically less than the build on Titan X protocols now. So build on Titan X protocols is overtaking the liquid supply of Titan X. This is why we're making AwesomeX into a new input token. This is why there's such a great ratio up front, because Titan X is about to get really scarce and really expensive. really expensive and really scarce. Hyperdeflation is coming after 369. Listen to what Jake's talking about. Hyperdeflation is coming because Dragon X is about to get this huge staking payout and recycle it back into the ecosystem. Instead of, it's not going to leave the ecosystem. This is what's so revolutionary about Dragon X. And that's why AwesomeX is built on Dragon X. If this is confusing to any of you, which probably not to the people on this stream, but if it is confusing to any of you, like, let me know, join the Telegram. I'll answer all of your questions. We have almost 1,000 people in the AwesomeX Telegram. That's at AwesomeX Wins. So here's what you got to do. Just go to titanxhub.com and actually go to projects first. And you're able to see all of the protocols that are already built. And this is also a leaderboard. So as you see the numbers here, this is a leaderboard. At the moment, AwesomeX is at number 9. And I believe this leaderboard is based upon the burned and staked column here. TitanX tokens are permanently burned or staked, never to circulate again. So the amount of TitanX that AwesomeX has burned now is 128 billion, which we're really close to overtaking Flux and claiming that number 8 spot today, because we mint only on Fridays. So we have a chance to rise the leaderboards only on Fridays because we mint, and that's when we add a 70% buy and burn, and we burn every single 7.5 minutes forever. Forever, even on the days we're not minting. But on the mint days, we are able to add additional supply to the buy and burn balance, which will burn more TitanX over time through DragonX pathway. So it adds that buy pressure to DragonX. And then we got Inferno that's at 598 billion, which I believe in a couple mint cycles, we could probably surpass, we could probably hit that 7. And then we might even be able to surpass Volt here and hit number 6. And actually, but see, when you look at how much TitanX is in the buy and burn balance, we already have this much, almost this much. We have about 1 trillion TitanX in the burn balance. So let's go over here and look at the burn. There's 648 billion TitanX in the burn balance right now, and we've already burned a whole bunch. 385 billion. So that's basically 1 trillion TitanX in the burn balance. So we might even be able to overtake Helios at some point. And this is my kitty, Pierre, who wants to say hi. Hi, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? You want to say hi to everybody? You're a good boy. So we've already burned 12% of the entire Titan AwesomeX supply over 5 days, because we have a 70% buy and burn, and 43% of that gets burned every single week. So today we are burning burn. We still have another $108,000 to burn today. And tomorrow we're going to burn another $130,000 worth of AwesomeX. So really bullish. Go to the mint page, grab your TitanX. I love this dude. He's a badass. And then also check out this Launchpad link. And if you guys have any ideas and you want to build on AwesomeX, you submit your white paper here. And the deadline is October 26th. So this is more than the ROI. AwesomeX is more than the ROI. It's actually a new input token. So if you can understand the benefit of AwesomeX, you're going to want to really stack it. And you're not going to want to sell it. I mean, you can do whatever you want, obviously. But stacking it is definitely the way that you're going to be able to participate in AwesomeV along with the AwesomeX Universe. And let me see if I can pull up this AwesomeX Universe here really quick, because AwesomeX Universe is, guys, it's bullish, very bullish. Where can I put this? I'm gonna share this other screen here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'll put it right here. All right, if you guys can see this. So here's the AwesomeX Universe right here, the start of it. And there's going to be more added with the Launchpad. So at the beginning here, we have E280 that started burning AwesomeX even before the buy and burn kicked in for us. And then we have AwesomeV, which is coming very soon, going to be using AwesomeX as an input token. And then we have these 3 protocols here. I'm working with Dude right now. Dralios has to get approved by the Helios Treasury and by Dude before we launch it. But Dralios is basically Dragon X with innovation on top of Helios. So if we do this, this is going to have, and this has to, like I said, get approved by the DAO and Dude first. Actually, it has to get approved by Dude in order for it to get submitted to the DAO. But this is going to benefit Helios and AwesomeX greatly, in my opinion, and we'll see. So it would use AwesomeX as an input token. We would be minting Dralios with it. 50% would go to the Dralios vault, and half of that would max mine HLX, which would input TitanX into HLX, increasing the staking payouts for all the stakers involved. And then the other 50% would max stake Helios. So this only works because of the way Helios is designed. Helios is designed where TitanX is the input and the staking payouts pay out in TitanX. So because we're going to be able to use AwesomeX as the input token here, this will max mine HLX and max stake HLX. And then 100% of the max mines, the claims, will go into staking. And then staking payouts, 88% of the staking payouts will get recirculated back into HLX and stake more. And 12% will burn Dralios. So there's a 36% Dralios buy and burn right off the top, but then it will keep, and this will be burning 36% every week. But then an additional, whenever we get staking payouts, 12% will add to the Dralios buy and burn. So 100% of all the staking payouts either get burned or staked, 100% of them. So 12% goes to the Dralios buy and burn. And these mechanics could probably change a little bit because I actually am taking Dude's advice on this. And then we're going to get Dralios buy and burn. So this is really bullish for the Dralios on Helios. And then we have Draco on Hyper, which is probably going to come second. I think Drogon might come first, and Draco, we're going to see which one comes first, Draco on Hyper or Drogon on Hydra. This is actually these two combined is the same mining and staking loop that Dralios has all in one. So Dralios has it all in one because it has mining and staking both denominated in TitanX, which is why it works for the full mining and staking loop, which is the big innovation here. Now, Hydra does not have staking. It only has mining. So let's look at Drogon. Drogon, AWX, AwesomeX is going to be the input token, and it's going to mint Drogon, okay? 50%, 56% so far will go into, and this, like I said, these adjustments could get adjusted a bit, but 50%, 56% will go into the Drogon vault. 100% of that will max stake Hyper. Now that staked Hyper will go into any payouts coming in. 85% of those will get restaked. 3% will go to the AwesomeX treasury to fuel the ecosystem. And then 12% will burn Drogon. It will add to the Drogon buy and burn balance. So this is the staking loop, which is 1/2 of the mining and staking loop. And then Draco is on Hydra. So AwesomeX is going to be the input. And this has a little bit different mechanics because this is going to max mine Hydra. So we're going to mint Draco. 64% is going to go to the Draco vault. 100% is going to max mine Hydra. Boom. And then when it max mines Hydra, the mining payouts, 70% of the claimed Hydra will max mine more Hydra. And then 28% is going to add to the buy and burn balance of Draco. And then 2% is going to go to the AwesomeX treasury. So this one is the mining loop, and this is the staking loop, Drogon. That makes sense, guys? If you have any questions, let me know. And then this one, Little Sumo's hybrid NFTs are coming. And the Little Sumo's hybrid NFTs are a hybrid NFT built on AwesomeX. So this is really cool. I'm working right now with Rudy. We're going to be listing these on the Legends Marketplace, and this is also coming in November. So you have all of October right now to stake. And the other one I don't have added to this right now is, which we can add it right now. So let's copy this and paste it. We're going to move this over here. And this is going to be called Scale. BDX, Baby Dragon X. So basically Scale is going to be connected to AwesomeX. And I got to read the white paper. We're actually doing a stream tomorrow with James. So you guys are going to want to watch that to see how Scale is going to work. But Scale, we have a couple really amazing community members that are building Scale. And James is doing it. James from Baby Dragon X is the main person there. So very bullish on this. Let's see what that's 8. So let's go make this 8 stroke. And now you can see the initial build out of the AwesomeX Universe. And this one's a maybe right now. We don't really have a accelerate protocol yet, but we have the launch pad, and the launch pad is going to fund new builds. And it's just beginning. The AwesomeX Universe is just beginning. So if you want, go to follow me. Make sure you're following me here on Crypto Awesomely on X. Also, make sure you go to the let's go to AwesomeX Wins. So you're going to go to AwesomeX Wins. It's at AwesomeX Wins on X, and give a follow here too. And then definitely follow Volt at DeFi Volt, and then also follow Steve Defi is at Steve Defi 7 on X. Yeah, guys, this is let's see what the comments here. Oh, Warp. Okay, or let's not forget about Warp. So I don't know much about Warp yet. I haven't heard about it, but we have Awesome Mellow Cryptic launching Warp. So I need to learn more about Warp. So let's actually get over here to Warp. Let's see Warp. What's the ticker for Warp? Mellow. The white paper is coming soon. What's the ticker so people can follow it on X? Warp X Win. Okay, so we're going to go to Warp X Win. There it is. So follow Warp here at Warp X Win, which is a hyper-deflationary space is mission 1 for Warp. Warp drive mechanics will power the buy and burn. Prepare for a journey at light speed across the Titan X eco. You can join the Telegram here at t.me/Warp X Win. And let's go to Titan X Hub. Actually, I think Warp is here now. Yeah, Warp is number 8 on the upcoming projects. So guys, go to titanxhub.com, and you can click on the X link and the Telegram link. And Scale's here too. Scale's number 12, and Viper's here. Now, we don't have AwesomeV here yet, but AwesomeV will show up. We have a Phoenix protocol, which I believe is Callum is the founder of this. So I didn't know about Phoenix. I was calling Drogon Phoenix in one of my videos, but it wasn't this Phoenix. It was a different Phoenix. It was a Phoenix that I was building, but I changed the name to Drogon, not because I didn't even know about this Phoenix coming. We just changed the name to Drogon anyway, because Draco, Dreleos, and Drogon, we were just doing it for the Ds. But anyways, I'm excited to learn more about Phoenix. But yeah, go to TitanXHub.com. We have USDX coming, which is going to revolutionize this entire ecosystem. We have AlienX, ORX came out, Element 280. We have Tink, Blaze. Guys, look at this. This is our own coin market cap here. And go to the premium tab. And if you type in awesome, join Elite or Pro, you should do it. But you get the free stuff, and he provides so much value for free. But if you really want to dig in more and get some analytics, and also get this liquidity providing mastery workshop from Mike Dean, and prioritize requests for new analysis, you want to enter the code AwesomeX, and you get 10% discount. So it's worth more than what you'll pay here, and you can pay in crypto, which is great. Then there's the portfolio page, which I'm not going to click on because I think that's going to show my portfolio, blog page, and projects. So yeah, guys, this is amazing. Go to AwesomeX, get your AwesomeX now. And you know what? The ROI, it's less about the ROI right now. It's more about the input token. So if you look at the ROI, we're basically on par right now with TitanX. So if you mint your TitanX, but see, here's the cool thing. When you mint your TitanX, you get 2.72 AwesomeX for each TitanX right now. See, 2.7216. This is great. This is amazing. So we've already had 1.1 trillion TitanX deposited. And that was mostly from last cycle. We just started. The cycle ends in 22 hours. So you got all day to get this ratio, 2.72 to 1. TitanX. So every TitanX gives you 2.72 AwesomeX. And the reason we're doing that is so you can stack another input token for the build on AwesomeX Universe, because all of the build on AwesomeX Universe is, where did I put that? It's right here. This whole build on AwesomeX Universe, most of these protocols are going to use AwesomeX as the input token. AwesomeV will use AwesomeX as the input token. And that's going to be the first one to use well, maybe because Little Sumos, I think, is coming out around the same time as AwesomeV, because AwesomeV is going to launch a week after Viper. That's what I'm hearing. All of the rest of the wheel products are going to launch after Viper, 1 week after Viper. So I think it's going to be on the 18th maybe of November. So you're going to have a few mint cycles to stack your AwesomeX so you can participate in AwesomeV along with Little Sumos, the NFT hybrid. So that's going to be a pretty cool and revolutionary thing too. So guys, what kind of questions you have? WarpX Win, we got coming very soon. We have 205 people on the stream. You guys are very early. We had almost 500 people on the stream while Steve was on. So everybody else, you guys are getting a little more alpha because we did not go over the AwesomeX Universe before all the people jumped off. So the AwesomeX Universe is going to be powerful, strong. It's going to burn a ton of AwesomeX. It's going to lock a ton of AwesomeX off the market. So this is why it's a really good benefit to get as much AwesomeX as you can right now. Stack your AwesomeX. AwesomeX is going to do very well, in my opinion. Not financial advice. I'm not going to give any price predictions here, but over time, AwesomeX gets 2.8% more expensive every single week for 125 weeks. It's a very bullish protocol. And not only that, we have already 7 or 8 protocols being built on top of AwesomeX. So this is what I got for you today. Make sure you stack your AwesomeX or your AwesomeX right now by minting today with TitanX. And yeah, this stream is now 2 hours. I'd like to go longer if you guys want me to go longer. What kind of questions you guys have? You guys got any questions about what's going on about the AwesomeX Universe? Do you have any questions about AwesomeV? In fact, next week we're going to stream again. So yeah, so Mr. World, thanks for joining. Appreciate your comment. So the price, it does move. The price does move. And in fact, yesterday we saw a nice big spike but we are burning $100,000. So the 70% buy and burn of AwesomeX is a benevolent whale that buys only and then never sells. In fact, it burns it through DragonX. So, do whatever you want. The price does move, but this is a long-term protocol. We want to give you reasons to stack your AwesomeX. The price will move. Trust me. The hyperdeflation is coming to Titanx. Don't trust me. Don't trust me. Just do your own research. But this protocol has been designed with a 70% buy and burn, with buy and burn mechanics underneath. Today, we're going to be burning 12% of the entire supply. We've already burned 12% of the entire supply, but today and tomorrow is 12% each day of the balance. And so the balance, we burn 43% of the buy and burn balance every single week. This is the very first week of the protocol. Like, it's a very, very early. So when you look at the Inferno chart, let's just look at the Inferno chart really quick, because when you look at the Inferno chart, you can actually see what happened. We are Inferno built. But look at this. This first candle, this first month is a little candle. So that's a whole month. Let's look at the weekly on Inferno. Inferno, look, it's a small green candles, guys. It's like patience. Patience is a virtue. But look at these green candles. Look how beautiful these weekly green candles are in Inferno. I mean, it had that big sell-off. So these are 8 weeks. 1 week, and it's only minted for 8 weeks. That second week was actually a little red-green candle. But after that second week, week 3, so if you're looking at just the price not moving right now, we're only 1 week in. This is literally the second week mint cycle for AwesomeX. You do you, but I'm just saying, we built this based on Inferno, and we built on DragonX, and we're bloating the DragonX vault and adding additional buy pressure to DragonX. On day 369, when deflation hits Titanx, it's going to melt our faces. We're not going to the moon, guys. We're going to Pluto. We're going to the Pluto. But this is not financial advice. This is just me being very excited about what we're building, about a long-term protocol that's always going to burn. The buy and burn for Inferno could run out because it stopped minting after 8 weeks. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Mint cycle was done. This was the biggest top wick because people were selling what they minted after Inferno stopped. But then week 9 was massive, especially with that. Like, look at that weekly candle. But then look at this big red candle that happened after week 9 on week 10. But week 10, boom, it had a big sell-off, but then people came in. There was a price floor that got created. But it went actually down here, this wick. And then week 11, we have a nice, beautiful green candle. And then week 12, we have still a big wick. People are taking profits. And this is the game, guys. This is the game. But look at this beautiful weekly chart. And then when you take the Inferno chart and you go to the monthly, I mean, this is a monthly chart. It is just gorgeous. It's beautiful and gorgeous. And look at the DragonX chart. DragonX, this is a long-term protocol. But if you were during the dark days of DragonX, I mean, guys, this was pretty rough to stay in. In fact, I faded my DragonX during this time. Be careful fading. Don't fade do whatever you want, but be careful fading BOT protocols, because with a 70% buy and burn, these buy and burns are programmed buyers. They will never sell. And that's what happened. Boom. This is a monthly chart. Month 1, month 2, month 3. You had to wait through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months to get this blast off. So that's my pitch to you on why the price isn't moving, but we're only 5 days into this protocol. This is day 6 of the whole protocol. So we're early. We have such a quick time. Like we get a little bit of ADD within crypto because it moves so fast. Like 1 week to go from a Friday mint cycle to a Friday mint cycle, it's hard for some people to stick around. But when you look at the psychology of trading, you do things when other people aren't doing them, and that gives you an edge. So that's what I do. So if you're looking strictly at the ROI and strictly at the chart on a week-old protocol, you might miss out on opportunities because you're never going to get 2.72 to 1 ever again. Today you get 2.72 AwesomeX for 1 Titan X. And over time, it's going to go to 0.08. Like, this is why it's bullish. It's bullish because not only is AwesomeX an input token for the build on AwesomeX protocols, but also it's bullish because it's going to cost 12.5 Titan X to mint 1 AwesomeX over time. And Titan X is programmed to get 55,000x more expensive in relation to ETH. It's programmed in the white paper. You should read the white paper. And so let's look at the AwesomeX chart here, actually. So look at the Volt chart. This is the Volt weekly chart. AwesomeV is going to be Volt on AwesomeX. Now let's go to the AwesomeX Dex Screener chart because I just want to look at the chart. I mean, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's go to AWX over here. Boom. So you may not think this is bullish. Oh, this is a 1 minute. Let's go to the 4 hour here. But guys, this is bullish. Just because there was a sell-off today, people taking profits, whatever. Look, it found a nice floor. Look at that chart though. These were the bots. When we first launched, the bots came in and boom. Or no, actually, that was the first claim. These were the bots that came in right when we launched. And then this was during the initial mint cycle, the first 24-hour mint cycle when people were claiming. And then when people claimed, the people that didn't know what AwesomeX was all about, they sold all their AwesomeXs. So we created this nice price floor. So now we have a nice solid price floor right here that's showing. And now we're in to the real chart. And so this was people, trading during the week. There was no minting going on this whole week here. Let's look at the daily. You can kind of see it clearly on the daily. So on the daily, this was after that first claim, people sold, but they didn't understand. I mean, they do whatever. They understand whatever they want to understand. And then these are during the week. This is during the week that there was no minting going on. So during the week, people were buying on the market. They were selling on the market. There was this nice price floor that got created. And then boom, when we started seeing a positive ROI yesterday, we had a nice, beautiful green candle. Today, mint cycle starts and a lot of people faded because actually it went up. It went up here and people took profits. So now we got but see, look at that. That new price floor is right on top here of this. This is a really good sign. When I'm looking at this, I'm liking this sign. Let's go back to the 4 hour here now. Yeah, look at this. That price floor now, I mean, who knows if that'll hold, but maybe. And even if it drops back down to here, we still have, that's a really good sign though, when I'm looking at charts. So guys, for me, it's more than the chart. This is a week old protocol. Look, it's a week old and we have a $1.3 million market cap. We're paired with Dragon X. Look at that monthly chart on Dragon X. So AwesomeX is paired with Dragon X, and AwesomeX is Inferno, which this is the monthly chart of Inferno built on Dragon X. So when you look at all these, I have a long-term mindset. I'm never going away. This protocol is never going away. And there's a ton of stuff. I mean, the AwesomeX universe is going to get big. And when hyperdeflation hits, you have to mint AwesomeX with Titan X. It's going to be very expensive to mint AwesomeX over time. And we already have $125,000 in liquidity right now. And that's a locked liquidity pool with Dragon X. So there's a lot of variables that come into play here, but AwesomeV is coming and it will use AwesomeX to mint. Does that make sense, Mr. World Free? That's why this is a long-term protocol. Patience is a virtue. And patience is really the way that people succeed in crypto, in my opinion, not financial advice, obviously. But yeah, that's my answer to you. It's a long-winded answer, but the reason to stack AwesomeX is more than the chart. The reason to stack AwesomeX is because Titan X is going to get very expensive and very scarce really, really quickly. And AwesomeX is intended to be an input token. In the beginning of TitanX, let's look at the TitanX chart actually. So let's go to TitanX ETH here. All right, TitanX. So people forget that TitanX started as a hyperinflationary protocol to be hyper deflationary over time. And we are all built. Let's go to the daily. Look at this. This is the start, the launch where the bots came in. Boom, that big drop happened. Let's get that off the chart here. Let's come here. Then we had a nice big spike in TitanX. Then boom, we hit the dark times of TitanX. These were the dark months of TitanX. Actually, let's just do the weekly chart. Let's bring this up here. So this is TitanX. TitanX had a nice big bump weekly. Let's just do the monthly chart, actually. Yeah, so this is the monthly chart. I like seeing things in a longer time frame. And look at this beautiful cup being formed here on TitanX. And we're not even in hyperdeflation yet. Hyperdeflation is coming. It's coming on basically 369. When DragonX gets that massive payout and recycles it all back into TitanX. We have $6.2 million in liquidity in TitanX right now. There's $137 million market cap in TitanX. We crushed through that zero. This is the price in ETH right now. The price in USD. Yeah, see, we crushed through that zero. We were at 6 zeros here. And then we just right here, we were at 6 zeros. And boom, we blasted through it this month. We're at 5 zeros now and a 1.3. So TitanX was hyperinflationary in the beginning by design. So this inflation happened in the beginning. So Jake wanted everybody to get a fair distribution and to be able to build big bags of TitanX early on. So you can mine, you can really, that early, if you could get in day one miner, I didn't even get in day one. If you could get into a day one miner on TitanX, you were making 8 million TitanX per day on your miners. Now it's way less than that. Let's go to mine on TitanX. A max miner here gets you 4.4. It gets you $500 million, 445 million TitanX. But over time, let's go to docs, dude. I want to show you this. You guys, most of you probably already know this, but here's the docs. But let's go to the daily update tab. The daily update tab, ETH cost for miners goes up 0.08% every day based on the day before. And the mineable goes down every day based on the day before. So day one, it cost 0.2 ETH for a max miner. And today, it costs 0.26 ETH. So see, the ETH price is going up and the mining price is going down at the same time. So TitanX per day of mining. Look, day one was 8 million TitanX per day you could mine on a max miner. Today, we are at way less than that. What day are we? 357? We're really close to 369, guys. Really close to 369. So we're basically like 500 days is a little less than 2 years. So 369 is going to be somewhere around here. So we are under 4 million per day. It started at 8 million. This is the hyperinflation. So he could evenly distribute it to everybody and everybody could build big bags. Now we're here. If you max mine TitanX right now, you're going to get basically like under 4 million, probably around 3.5 million TitanX per day in less than a year. Massive drop. But here's the thing. Supply mineable per day starts at 8 million per day. At the end down here, when it stabilizes, day 2000, I think it is, you get 800 per day. And the ETH, it will cost 1 ETH. It will cost 1 ETH to get 800 TitanX per day on a max miner. This is a hyperdeflationary math that Jake built in. It goes from 800 to 8 million per day to 800 per day. So day 2000 here, which is like 5 years or so, it's going to cost 1 ETH to max mine Titan X to get 800 Titan X per day. And a max miner is 280 days. So how much is that? Hey Siri, how much is 800 times 280? Okay, so we're going to get 224,000 Titan X to max mine will cost you 1 ETH in 2000 days. It's going to cost you 1 ETH to max mine 224,000 Titan X. 1,000. Today, you get 445 million for 0.26 ETH. This number is going to go to 1, and this is going to go to 224,000. Not going to be in the millions. It's going to be in the thousands, and this is going to be 1 ETH. And how much is ETH going to be in 2000 days? Is ETH going to be 10 grand? Is it going to be 30 grand? Who knows? If it's $30,000 to max mine 224,000 ETH, this is hyperdeflation. It's going to blow our minds. Okay, so that's Titan X. Oh, sorry. Brave is like being weird to me right now. So that's Titan X, the white paper. And when you come down here, T-Rank, we'll skip that. We'll skip the shares. The cost to mine 1 Titan X over 2,000 days moves up 55,000x. This is programmed in the code because the cost per miner of ETH gets 5 times more expensive from 0.2 ETH to 1 ETH. And the Titan X per day per max miner goes down 11,000x from 8.8 million to 800 per day. Combined together, that's a 55,000x price floor increase on the cost to produce 1 Titan X. Okay? 55,000x price floor increase in relation to ETH. Now, AwesomeX, let's go to AwesomeX and let's go to the docs. This is the white paper for AwesomeX. 125 weekly minting cycles. Now, it's actually perpetual weekly minting cycles, but the 125 weekly gets us down to a stabilization point. So the initial ratio is 1 Titan X equals 2.8 AwesomeX. And right now we're on week 2. Week 2. Week 2 is 2.7, which is, it shows you right here. You see the full. This is week 2. Well, it says 1 because the first one was 0. That was 2.8 to 1. So week 2, we are here, 2.72 AWX per Titan X. But let's scroll down here. We hit 1 to 1. We dipped below 1 to 1 on week 37. So week 37, now you get 1 Titan X gets you 0.97. Or I'm sorry, this is week 38 because we started at 0. 0.97 AwesomeX. So we dipped below 1 to 1 week 38. Okay. But let's come down all the way to the bottom. Week 125, which is 2.4 years. This is going to land us at the end of the bear market going into the next bull market in 2027, I believe. 1 Titan X is going to only mint 0.08 AwesomeX. Now, this is on top of that 55,000x price floor increase in relation to ETH. This is going to be very, 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 very expensive to mint AwesomeX at that time. So if you have a long-term mindset, you can see that AwesomeX is programmed, this is the math behind it, to be 35 times more expensive than day 1 in relation to Titan X. Let's go to the next tab, deflationary over time. AWX will cost 35 times more to mint over the 125 weeks. The AWX token costs 35 times more to mint with Titan X over this period. So the value increase percent and the value increase in X's. This is 35X. This is 3,500%. Starts here. Boom. This curve gets really, really expensive in relation to Titan X over time. Week 1, which was last Friday, you got 2.8 AWX for one Titan X. That's never going to happen again, ever again. Week 125, one Titan X is going to get you 0.08 AwesomeX. That's the game. That is the massive part of the game theory here. It gives you a little bit of information on how that is calculated. But do you guys see how bullish this is? For me, and right, Shrey, see, you have a good perspective on this because you are a pro. You've been around a long time. You've been doing a lot of amazing stuff. Your knowledge is off the charts, especially with LPs and other things. You know what this is. A lot of people don't know what this is because they're looking at such a short time frame. You're looking at the daily charts, you're looking at the red candles, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not doing anything, and they get out. But you don't do that. You know the psychology behind this. You're smart, and you're really smart. But when the dark times of Titan X hit, I bet you were going heavy. I was going as heavy as I could. I kept compounding in during those dark times. I'm glad I did. Yeah, the window of opportunity when everything goes red. Exactly. By day 2000, we will see. Well, and I can't disagree with that. Like, I am very, very bullish on the whole Titan X ecosystem. And now all the build on Titan X protocols are adding to the hyperdeflation of Titan X. So I can easily see a penny. But you know what? And we're at 5 zeros right now. Guys, a penny is 10,000x. A penny is a 10,000x. If you put $100 in and get 1,000x, that's $100,000. If you put $1,000 in and you get 1,000x, that's $1 million. You can't really, that return is not possible, like basically anywhere else besides crypto. and now we have hyperdeflationary fair launch crypto. And yeah, you're right, Stray. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you take the long-term horizon, you're going to get max gains. Long-term, when you're thinking long-term, you think about your grandkids. You think about your kids. You think about 10 years. Tony Robbins actually had a quote, and he said, a lot of us underestimate what we can do. We way overestimate what we can do in a year, but we way underestimate what we can do in a decade. If you add a 10 to 20 year timeline on your life and you plan for the 10 or the 20 years, now you can actually build great gains. One thing I learned in crypto, the ones that never sell end up being the biggest winners in crypto. And that's, you're hearing it from a legend himself. This isn't me saying it. This is Stray Ox saying it. And Stray Ox is a legend. So thank you, Stray, for your wisdom here, because if you're on this stream, we have 241 people on this stream. You guys are getting some massive alpha right now. If you take this, think about it, process it, and then do your own research. Not financial advice, obviously, but do your own research. See what you're thinking. See if this resonates with you. See if it makes sense. But AwesomeX is built to be hyperdeflationary over time, and we're paired with Dragon X. Dragon X is hyperdeflationary and cap supply. Titan X is hyperdeflationary even though it's not a cap supply. Even though Titan X will mint forever, it is still hyperdeflationary. AwesomeX will mint forever, but it is also hyperdeflationary. So just because it doesn't have a cap supply does not mean it's not hyperdeflationary. If you guys get my drift there. John Rambo, what's up, dude? Let's go. It's good to see you in the stream. Thanks for being here. Mello. Dave, how you been? How have you been yourself? Want to make sure you're good. Miss talking to you, man. Your energy always brings positivity to the whole community. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm operating on like 4 hours of sleep right now because we filmed last night for the movie until like 3 a.m. And I wanted to make sure I jumped on this stream, because AwesomeV is going to be revolutionary. I love Volt. I'm so glad I got my Volt. I'm definitely getting into AwesomeV using AwesomeX, and that's coming soon. So that's why one of the reasons to stack your AwesomeX right now, because the AwesomeX Universe is coming. And we're going to be able to use AwesomeX as an input token. And that's why there's such a great ratio up front. I want everybody to be able to stack it. If you know, if you know to stack it, you'll stack it. If you fade it now, that's okay. Do you. But the 70% buy and burn is going to come behind you and eat up your bags that you just faded. If you don't see a big ROI and you still don't mint, that's okay. That just means less supply on the market. But the buy and burn is always going to buy. I look at AwesomeX as leverage on DragonX, right? Because we're paired with DragonX and TitanX. So it's leverage on both DragonX and TitanX. It's definitely all in the ratios. You forget about the dollar value, 100%. Exactly. I mean, if you have a long-term mindset and you can see the power of the protocol, then it's not about the chart necessarily. It's about you get 2.72 to 1. That will never happen again after today, ever. It will never happen again. Next week, it's going to be 2.8% more expensive to mint AwesomeX with TitanX and we're paired with DragonX. It's so bullish. It's a bullish scenario. Eric lists AwesomeX on Titan Farms in AwesomeX first 10X. Yeah, exactly. And actually, that will come. That absolutely will come. We haven't talked about it, but that will come. And yeah, Steve is revolutionary with what he's pulling off with Volt and the Volt wheel and the Nexus. If you guys didn't see that, if you joined late in the stream, you got to go back and watch the Steve Defi section, talking about AwesomeV and talking about the whole Volt ecosystem that he's building on all these other protocols. It's very, very bullish. Steve Defi actually woke me up to even more burning on AwesomeX through AwesomeV. Exactly. There's more burning and there's liquidity thickening. AwesomeV will thicken liquidity and burn AwesomeX. Mello, well, don't forget it. I think if AwesomeV is on AwesomeX, isn't that going to connect you to everything with the wheel? Yeah. Yes, it is. I know. Like AwesomeV is going to be really, really big for AwesomeX. And the only way to get AwesomeV is for an 8-day distribution. Well, no, actually, it's the 8-day distributes the full billion tokens, but that's the only amount of tokens that ever is going to exist is an 8-day distribution for AwesomeV. And you need AwesomeX to be able to get it. And once the billion tokens are distributed, there's never going to be another AwesomeV token ever again to exist. But it will still, you could still get AwesomeV through the auctions. It was a perpetual. He has so much innovation in what he's doing. He's building a perpetual auction system, a perpetual daily auction that is a capped supply and fully distributed over 8 days. But then after the full distribution, you can still get it through the auction system every day because of his revolutionary mechanics that he built. It's very, very cool what he's doing. Yeah, I can dig it too. Thanks, Ray. You guys are amazing. I love these conversations, and I love when you guys have those hard questions. You can ask me the hard questions. It's not about FUD. I'm not calling anything FUD, except for when you know who you are. Did a video literally about me. And it's like, all right, there's maybe some FUD, but I don't care. I commented, just say, hey, I appreciate all the voices in the TitanX ecosystem. But when someone actually has a personal attack against you, yeah, I mean, it'll hurt a little bit, but I brush it off, move on. But also it's because they don't really see what we're doing here. He'll probably see it in the future, and that's cool. But it's like, I mean, there's no point in personal attacks on anybody here, guys. We're all in this for the same thing. And it's like, let's all, we have a great ecosystem. We keep it positive. And then someone comes along and it's like, Dave, you're just an actor. You're just a fake. AwesomeX is terrible. It's like, you should leave. You don't even know what you're doing. I'm like, hey, whatever. You got your own ideas and that's okay. But let's be cool. Let's treat each other with respect. That's all I ask. Just respect, because I'm going to respect you. And my comment to him was very respectful because I do appreciate his voice. In fact, I watch his videos, but now every time I see his video, I have a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want to watch your videos anymore. If you're going to sit there and like bash me, why would I even do that? Why would I give you any screen time? So that's why I'm not even saying your name right now. I don't want to give you any screen time if you're going to bash other people and be negative and bring negativity to the ecosystem at any level, because all I'm trying to do is benefit the ecosystem with everything we're doing. And yeah, I'm not a developer. We hired the best. I'm just a creator. I come up with the ideas. I hire the best teams. We hired the actual Inferno team. Accelerate built Inferno. And then we hired the actual devs of Inferno to build it. So we do what we do because we do it. We are created in the image of a creator, and that is the reason that we create. And so I can't stop creating. In fact, Draco, Drogon, and Dralios are basically Dragon X built on AwesomeX and another protocol. So when those things come, and we're right now, we're talking to the developers about which one, the order they're going to go in. Dralios will probably be last because we need to get it approved by Dude and the Helios DAO, and maybe it won't get approved. So there's a chance that Dralios may not happen. But Draco and Drogon, built on Hydra and Hyper, are going to melt your faces. And those are the ones we're building right now, plus the Little Sumos hybrid NFTs. Build the brand, baby. Absolutely. Hey, thanks, man. AwesomeX wouldn't be AwesomeX without crypto awesome, and that's a fact. Yeah, thanks, bro. I'm all in here. My energy is all in. I don't even know how I have this much energy after sleeping 4 hours, but I do. And I am a visionary. Thank you. I'm a creator and a visionary. I can see the future. In fact, I got really big plans for the movie studio and a decentralized movie studio. The Goldstone Studio is a decentralized movie studio. Like, if I have criticisms about Hollywood, about how Hollywood works, it's my responsibility to change that. If Jake has criticisms about how crypto works, it's his responsibility to change that. And Jake is a creator. He created a fair launch, hyper-deflationary cryptocurrency called Titan X. And when you read the white paper and you can understand that white paper, Jake innovated on levels that we don't even understand right now. Like, we don't know that yet because hyper-deflation hasn't kicked in yet, but it's imminent. It's coming soon. Eric innovated massively with Dragon X. It was a massive innovation that Jake didn't even think of, because when you get other creators and builders coming together, now innovation happens. And then Steve is innovating on levels that nobody ever saw either. Rudy is innovating on levels we haven't seen with the hybrid NFTs, the deflationary hybrid NFTs. The Titan X ecosystem has so much revolution. Dude is innovating with E280, the easy button. We have Ouroboros, which is innovating in the stablecoin space in Titan X. Guys, we have so much innovation. Titan X is innovation. And we are all innovating together. We're all building each other up and lifting each other up. And so this, now that I'm in, and the builders started as community members. I mean, we still are. We have to buy in because of the fair launch. We got to buy in with everybody else. There's no hidden allocations. There's no ICOs. There's no sacrifices. There's no VCs that own half the tokens or 90% of the tokens and dump on the community. We have locked LPs. We have fair launch. We have hyper deflation. We have really fair launch and hyper deflation and locked LPs is just such a strong ethos. We have Mike Dean that is like literally creating our own coin market cap called Titan X Hub. J-Class Beats, thanks, brother. Build the brand. Yeah, we are awesome. Titan X is awesome. Dragon X is awesome. Inferno is awesome. AwesomeX is awesome. Like, awesome, I love the word. I love the word. And you guys are awesome. In fact, every single person, even the fudder that was fudding me, he's awesome too. everybody's just going through their own thing. Everybody's got their own opinions, and that's fine. And actually, it's like, yeah, don't personally attack me. That does hurt me a little bit because I do have emotions here. But like, other than that, it rolls off my shoulders. I'm a filmmaker, and so you should read the comments on my movie. It's like half of the people say, "Oh, this is a great movie. Thank you so much for making it." I spent like 5 years of my life like learning how to make movies, editing this thing, like all that stuff. And then you should read the other half of the comments. If I took anything personally, I would be devastated. I mean, they were like, "This is the worst movie I've ever seen, the worst acting, the worst editing, like whatever." And I'm like, you know what? People are bold behind their keyboards, but it is what it is. And not everybody has to have the same opinion. In fact, I did not make my movies for the people that hate them. I made my movies for the people that like them, that want them. I made them for me. I made something I wanted to watch. And you know what? I'm not Steven Spielberg yet, but this movie we're making right now is actually the best movie I've ever made by far. It's like Field of Dreams meets Karate Kid. It's an 80s movie. Field of Dreams meets Karate Kid with rock and roll. And it's like 80s rock. It's like amazing. Anyways, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I actually have to get to set today. I probably have to get off this stream so I can do some work because I have to do a whole bunch of work today. But I'm gonna keep streaming for a little bit. So anyways, that's what we're doing here. We're creating innovation. And so as I'm doing this, where is this leading? This is all leading to a decentralized movie studio where all of the people who work on the movie. So Jake innovated in finance. Jake created a fair launch, hyper-deflationary thing in finance. He created something that's never existed before. And it was his responsibility to change the way things were done. And he did it. It is my responsibility to do that for film, to do that in the movie industry and in the artistic industry, because it is so corrupt, just like Wall Street. Hollywood is so corrupt. It is a small group of people. It looks big because there's so many people trying to get in, but it's a small group of people that really just take from people. And they don't really help people succeed. They don't really lift people up. A decentralized movie studio is my innovation. And I do have mechanics now, and those mechanics are coming clear to me based on Titan X ethos. In fact, we'll probably build the Goldstone Network on Titan X, I would imagine, or on AwesomeX or something. I'm still working on some stuff because really I'm going to have to bring crypto to the real world. When I'm hiring people on a movie, they need to use their money to pay their rent. They need to use what they get paid to do things that they need to do. And so do we, but like it's different when it's a salary coming in. So there's going to be different kinds of innovation. We're probably going to have to either create a stable coin or maybe we use USDX. We're going to have to figure out how do we actually create something to where not only every single person that works on the movie owns part of the movie, but when we sell the tickets to the movies, now this isn't just movies, it's movies, books, and music. It's all art. The innovation is that when we sell the tickets to the movies, those are hybrid NFTs in my current state of this white paper. So when people buy a ticket to watch the project or to read the book, or they buy the ticket for the album and they get their NFT for that album, it's going to be tradable and deflationary because it's going to be paired with tokens. So even the people that watch the movie are going to be able to trade it on the open market. And think about this. So when you're on Netflix right now, you're watching too long, you try to watch a whole season, it says, "Are you still watching?" And you're like, "Shut up, Netflix. Like, don't judge me here. I'm still watching, whatever." But imagine if that said you just earned. Like earned a watch to earn. So it's like, instead of it saying and judging you, like, "Are you still watching?" And you have to click the button. It would say, "You just earned for watching this content." It's like, and then you get to earn the Goldstone, or you get to earn the token of that ecosystem just by watching. It's like, this is different innovation that I will bring to the world. But I could not have brought this innovation to the world without Titan X, without my experience in Titan X. This innovation would never have existed the way it's going to exist without knowing about fair launch, without participating in fair launch, and without knowing about hyperdeflation and participating in Titan X as a community member first, and then as a builder. As a builder, I'm getting different experiences. I'm working with teams. I'm working with the best teams, the Inferno team and the Blaze team. And then I'm also working with the devs of Inferno right now for AwesomeX. So we're doing an accelerate is xlr8.build. You guys check it out. It's Ali and Josh. They are accelerate and Scotty. And so they're part of the Blaze team, but they built Inferno. And it's just, when you work with a team, you want to work with the best team, right? I mean, I do. That's how I make the movies. If I'm a producer, if I produced with bad teams, like my job would be a nightmare. But I'm producing with good teams, which means I can show up late today and do my work here offset because it's going to be quiet after the stream is done. And I can focus and do my work. And I don't have to worry, are people going to show up? I don't have to worry, are people going to get their work done? All I got to do is show up at lunch, pass out everybody's checks, and say, thank you for being here. And I get to do my job, and I get to focus on them doing their job. So what's up, Log Crypto? AwesomeX will skyrocket. I tend to agree with that because it's programmed for that. Now, I completely agree with you, Log Crypto. Thank you for being here. We have 269 people on this stream right now. You guys are amazing. I'm very stoked. I'm very happy to have you here. I have so much energy. I don't want to ever get off this stream. I am going to have to get off at some point so I can do some other work. But J-Class Beats, thanks for being here. Awesome. Brilliant. Titan X Flicks. Now there's an idea. With all the Titan X that's already available, definitely love to see the movie someday. Once we hit a penny, I'm sure there will be a few stories to tell. Yes, there will be a few stories to tell. So much Titan X content, man. It's unreal. You're right. In fact, we do need to do the movie. And we're going to, hopefully that Titan X party that Steve Defi and Vibra Finance are putting together in 2025, the end of 2025, we need to all meet up. We need to all do the IRL thing. And hopefully we all have, enough money to buy yachts at that time, but not that I will. But I'm a pretty simple guy. I just need like a nice 4x4 and some land. But we'll see. I'm actually looking at a movie studio right now. It's an old naval base. And we'll see if God lines that up for me. If the doors continue to open, I'm going to continue to walk through them. If the doors shut on me, I turn the different direction and the right door will open. So the wrong doors will close and the right doors will open. And I'm okay with both of those. I'm okay with making goals and running at those goals, and then a pivot happens. So I'm okay with that. But I'm also okay with the pivots not having to happen. Like, it's like you set a goal, you start running to the goal. But the smarter we get, the older we get, the more mistakes we've made in the past, all lead to something great if we can allow that to happen through us. So things flow through us. And if things flow through us, they can flow to us. If we stop the flow and lock it off, things will stop flowing to us. So if we open up our flow and we allow things to flow through us, they will flow to us easier, if that makes sense. Just don't name it Tit X Studios. Yeah, good point. Yeah, sign me up IRL. Me too. Yes, flow like water. Flow like water. But think about the difference between a pond, like a stagnant pond, the Dead Sea, right? It has no outlet. It only has water coming in and the water never flows out. What happens? It's called the Dead Sea because it's so salty that it really can't support life. Now, it's really good for the skin. You can float in it and things like that. But it doesn't have any life in it because of all the salt, because there's no outlet. It doesn't flow. Ponds that don't flow become stagnant. But rivers, on the other hand, rivers don't become stagnant. Rivers move mountains. Rivers move trees and boulders and rocks and cut through rocks. Rivers are strong and powerful. Rivers flow. Ponds are stagnant. So if we lock up everything and make it a pond, a stagnant pond where it doesn't flow through us, if we can't give of our time, our energy, our money to other people who need it, we're going to get stagnant. And things will stop coming to us because they can't go through us. A river opens that up. And now the flow starts happening and we can move mountains, literally. Maybe not literally, but figuratively. And yes, exactly. Then the momentum starts. And when the momentum starts, the momentum keeps going. So we want that momentum and we want to keep it going. DeFi unity. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, there's my rant, guys. That's a big rant, but Goldstone Studios coming, Goldstone Network. We're going to see where it's going to be, where the physical location is going to be. And then, you guys are all going to be welcome when that's up and running. I'm going to go check out this place that I'm looking at in November after we're done shooting this movie. I have another 14-hour day ahead of me, and I've only had 4 hours of sleep so far. And we're on almost a 3-hour stream right now. But you guys are amazing today. Don't forget, remember to go to AwesomeX.win. Mint cycle ends in 21 hours. We just started this mint cycle. And at the moment, the ROI isn't like massively high right now. It's basically on par with Titan X, but you get 2.72 AwesomeX for every Titan X at the moment. That ratio is never going to happen again. It's going to be 2.8% more expensive every single week for 125 weeks. Burn, at the moment, we are burning $107,000 worth of Titan X today. Today. So that's 77 billion Titan X is going to be burned today. And it's going to go through Dragon X to get it burned. So it's actually going to be adding buy pressure to Dragon X while it's burning. We still have 646 billion Titan X in the buy and burn balance, which is right now worth $900,000. Let's look at the stats here. We've burned over 12% of the entire supply in less than 1 week of this protocol being active. And right now, the total amount of AwesomeX that's been minted is $1.69 million worth, 3.2 trillion. And these are, I do need to make sure this is updated because I think the UI is not quite updated on those right now. But check this out. Launchpad. This new tab, Launchpad. Boom. Click on the Launchpad. There's 7 more days for you to get your idea in and submit your white paper for Build on AwesomeX in order to get funded. Our Launchpad is funded, guys. We are going to choose a winner. And this winner is going to be able to get their project launched on AwesomeX. So all you have to do is it's a simple form, your X handle, your email, and your Gitbook or Google Sheets link here with the white paper. So you just get a free Gitbook. I prefer if it's a Gitbook, and just do the free one, learn how to use it. It's super simple, and then organize your brain. Now, if you can't do a Gitbook yet, that's all right. Still dump your brain out into a Google Sheets document and share that link here. And there it is. And down at the bottom, we have our Telegram, X, and the YouTube for Crypto Awesome. And then you can go to titanxhub.com and just check out everybody. You could see all the official links, all the white papers, the websites. These are all official. And AwesomeX right now is number 9 on the leaderboard based upon how many Titan X has been burned or staked. And yeah, guys, this is it. Upcoming projects. We have USDX coming. We had Alien X launch yesterday. ORX just launched on Wednesday, and then Alien X launched on Thursday. And today is Friday, and we have the AwesomeX Mint number 2. So I'm about to go mint my AwesomeX for this week because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stack my AwesomeX because I want to participate in AwesomeV. AwesomeV is coming. It's imminent. And Scale is also coming to AwesomeX. And then the whole AwesomeX Universe in addition. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. Goldstone, Titan X Beyond Belief, 55,000. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we build those same deflationary mechanics that Titan X built into Goldstone over time too? Absolutely. Titan X Beyond Belief, for sure. I love it. That should create a nice little pump. You're right. And I love the hyperinflationary side too in the very beginning. It actually provides quite a bit of a long period of fair distribution, a nice long period of fair distribution. and then the hyperdeflation will kick in. A year is a long time in crypto. A year is like a decade in the real world. A crypto year. We're like cat years here in crypto. Like 1 week is like a easy month, maybe 2 months. So anyways, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining this almost 3-hour stream. And I can see my eyes are a little bit red here because I literally did not get that much sleep. And now I got a whole bunch of work to do. And I got to look at numbers and budgets and like paperwork. Not my favorite thing to do. But it is my favorite thing to do because I asked about this. We are reading the chapter in our life right now that we wrote a couple years ago. So what are you doing right now to write the next chapter of your life? I'm literally living my dream world. I live off grid in Tennessee. I have a permaculture food forest. I'm looking at buying a movie studio. I'm making a movie right now, and I'm launching hyperdeflationary fair launch cryptocurrencies on Titan X. I couldn't ask for anything more. Well, I am asking God for one more thing, which He will deliver, and that is an amazing wife. She's coming. She's somewhere out there, the perfect woman for me. Because I'm crazy. I'm all over the place. I'm like good crazy, but I'm like all over the place. And she has to be a very unique, specific woman for that to work for me. But she's coming, and I'm not worried. I'm just focusing. And it's really nice to be single in one sense because literally I have no restrictions. I can just go all in on everything I want to do. And I will have to like obviously compromise and do all that relationship stuff when that happens. But, you know, I'm looking forward to that. And I believe she's coming. She's coming very soon. Yeah, so catch you soon, Titans. Thanks, Sreyox, for being here. You're amazing. And Fernando, what's up? Looking forward to AwesomeV. Yeah, me too, man. I cannot wait to participate in AwesomeV. And also congrats on the great performance in Joker 2. You're amazing, dude. Actually, few people have told me that now. But thank you. You're awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's what I got for you today. Until next time, my name's Dave. Crypto Awesome. Out.